Welcome to the session with 360DigiTMG. So today we are going to discuss about one of the interesting tool, which is RapidMiner. You can see it here. So RapidMiner. So RapidMiner, what is this tool? So it is a no-code development platform for data mining. So what is RapidMiner? What is no-code development platform? And what is data mining? So we'll discuss each and everything clearly in the upcoming topics. Okay, so just let me... Yeah. Okay, so today we are about to discuss about the topic, which is RapidMiner. So RapidMiner is a no-code development platform for data mining. So first of all, let's see what is data mining. Okay, so today agenda is we'll cover about the introduction to RapidMiner and also how to download and how to install RapidMiner and what are the features present and what is the interface. We'll discuss each and everything. And also what are the default or the built-in data present in RapidMiner and also EDA and data preprocessing. So everything we'll cover in today's session. So first of all, let's discuss about what is data mining. So what is data mining? Data mining is the process of finding interesting patterns and knowledge from large amounts of data. So what do you mean by finding interesting patterns? So basically this data mining involves in analyzing large amounts of data in order to I connected through my mobile phone now. So sorry everybody because of the internet connection. I just lost my connection. So okay, where were we? Okay, we are talking about data mining, right? So data mining. So data mining is the process of finding interesting patterns and knowledge from large amounts of data. So what do you mean by that? As we have discussed before, data mining is used in order to like analyze large amount of data and or also to gain meaningful insights And to make informed decisions, we will use data mining. And the next thing is data mining is used to process data that initially has no meaning into information, and then the information becomes knowledge. So data mining is also known as knowledge discovery in databases. So what do you mean by that? As we have talked about before, data mining is used in order to extract meaningful information from raw data or unstructured data, which is large amount. So in order to convert meaningless information or raw data into meaningful information or knowledge, we'll go for data mining. So that is why data mining is also known as knowledge discovery in databases. Okay, let's take a small example for this. Like for suppose, imagine we have a database like there is a social media platform. So for that social media platform, it want to analyze user engagement data. So what is it? So there is a social media platform present. Okay, so there is a social media platform present. So that social media platform, it want to analyze user engagement data. So this want to analyze user engagement data. As we have already discussed, data mining is used to analyze large amount of data. So this platform is wanting to analyze user engagement data. So why it want to analyze? In order to understand the patterns of user behavior. In order to understand the patterns of user behavior, it is wanting to analyze user engagement data. So why we want to understand the patterns of user behavior? Why we have to understand it? Because it want to just gain valuable insights to user references. So this platform want to gain insights to user references, and then it can optimize its content strategy accordingly. Because of this purpose, the social media platform want to analyze this user engagement data to draw the patterns or to understand the patterns of user behavior. So for this purpose, we will use the concept called data mining. So data mining is the process of finding interesting patterns and knowledge from large amounts of data. So this is one of the examples for that. And then coming to the next one, which is, let me delete this one. So coming to the next one, we have various tasks present here. So what are the various tasks? There are 5 tasks that represent fundamental techniques in data mining. First one is estimation, forecasting, classification, clustering, and association. Okay, let us take an example for this as well and see. So what we are talking about, so what are the tasks present? Imagine we'll take some other example, just like we have taken the social media platform example, right? So just like that, we'll take one more example. So there is a large data set present. Okay, there is a large data set present. Sorry. Okay, there is a large data set present. So this data set is belonging or it containing information related to customer purchasing patterns or customer purchasing at a grocery store. So what is it? There is a large data source present and it is containing the information regarding the customer purchases at a grocery store. The customer purchases at a grocery store. So this data is containing information about this, which means this data set contains details about what are the items purchased and at what time most of the purchasing is happening. And then what we can also understand, each and every customer is paying how much of average transaction he's making for every time he visits the grocery store, or the customer demographic information, like what is his age, gender. All of this information or details are present in that particular data source, which is this one. What is it? We have taken an example over here. So we have a large data set. Within that large data set, it contains information regarding customer purchases at a grocery store. So we are dealing with customer purchases. So the data set contains details of what items are purchased, at what time most of the purchasing is happening, and also the customer demographic information, like what is his age, what is the gender, everything is present in that particular data set. Now, what is the purpose of data mining that we have discussed? So data mining is used to analyze large amount of data. So why we have to analyze this data? Let's say we want to analyze this particular large data set in order to understand the patterns of customer purchases or the patterns of customer purchasing behavior. We can say the patterns of customer purchasing behavior we have to understand. So now we have to analyze this data. So why we have to just understand the patterns of customer purchasing behavior? What is the use for us because of this? So when we understand the patterns of customer purchasing behavior, what can we do? We can just gain insights. Or we can just improve our marketing strategies according to the customer. We can improve our marketing strategies. Or what we can do, we can also optimize the product placement in the store. Like when, for suppose we have like at the counter where we are paying, there'll be small chocolates or every cute items kept there, right? That is also one of the marketing strategy. So based on the understanding of patterns of customer purchasing behavior, we will just improve our marketing strategies as well as we will just optimize the product placement in the store. So these are the various things that we can do. So this is where this data mining comes in. So what did we talk about before? Data mining is used to analyze large amount of data in order to draw some meaningful patterns or meaningful insights, which will be useful for us to make informed decisions. So here, data mining is used to analyze this large data set. This large data set is containing information about customer purchases at a grocery store. So what does this customer purchases at a grocery store data set includes? It includes details of what items are purchased and what time the purchasing is happening, and also the customer demographic information. And also along with this, by analyzing this data, we can understand the patterns of customer purchasing behavior. So by understanding this behavior, what we can do, by understanding the patterns and all, we can just make informed decisions to improve our marketing strategies and also optimize the product placement in the store. This is one example for the data mining. So what are these tasks? What are these tasks? Let me remove this one. This is just an example that we have discussed just like before, social media platform and all. So just like this is one more example. Now let's talk about what are the different tasks present in data mining. So there are different tasks present. So what is estimation? What is it? Sorry. What is estimation? So estimation is nothing but, for suppose we have historic data, like the past data is present. So we have historic data. So for suppose, imagine I have my historic data regarding sales. So in this particular month, I have this amount of sales, and the previous month or in summer, I have this amount of sales. I have all those historic data. So with the help of historic data, this is not estimation. We'll talk about forecasting first. Okay, with the help of historic data, we'll just forecast what are the future trends. So with the help of historic data, we'll just forecast what are the future trends for a particular product. So what can we say about the future trends of a particular product? So future trends is nothing but, imagine there is a product which is maybe hot chocolate. So imagine there is an example which is a product which is hot chocolate. So I will forecast based on my historical data, like the sales of hot chocolate will be more in winters. And I may also get an idea like the sales of sunscreen is going to be more in summers. So how did I get this information? How can I forecast this information like this? So based on historic data. So what is forecasting? Forecasting is nothing but based on the historic data like sales, we can forecast the future trends of a particular product. So here we have taken an example like easy one, which is easy to understand, the general example. So the hot chocolate sales will be more than we are in winters, or the months are winters, and the sales of the sunscreen will be more during summers. That is just the general example. And then what? You already know about all about this. Let's just discuss a simple example for everything and we'll close this. Okay, and coming to next, what we will discuss. So classification, you already know. What is classification? So if you want to build a model, to classify the customers into different segments, I want to classify the customers into different segments. So based on what you're classifying, I want to classify the customers into different segments based on the customer buying patterns. So as we have discussed, there is an example of purchases happening at a grocery store. So based on the customer's buying patterns, I want to just classify the customer into different segments. Like what is this customer buying patterns means? So like for suppose, some customers may be budget buyers, Like they will just come to that particular grocery store and they have a budget fixed beforehand. And according to the budget, they will just buy all the products. So there is one particular category that is nothing but budget buyers. Just an example, okay? So budget buyers are present and some people are impulsive. Like when they see a particular product, they want to buy them. So impulse buyers, even if it is not needful for them, still they are about to buy them. That is impulse buyers. And what else? Some are health conscious buyers. They'll just only eat healthy food. So health conscious buyers. So these are the different categories present. So based on these particular categories, based on the customer buying patterns, we are about to classify the customers into different segments. That is nothing but classification. So forecasting, we are done with forecasting. So forecasting is nothing but based on historical data. We are about to forecast the future trends of a particular product. And then classification, we are about to classify the customers in this example into different segments based on the customer buying patterns. Like I've told you few examples, like few are budget buyers and few are impulse buyers and few are health conscious buyers. So based on these particular buying patterns, I'm classifying the customers into different segments. That is nothing but classification. So with the help of this classification, what we can achieve, we can just improve the marketing strategies for specific customer segments. So there is this customer segment like budget or impulsive buyers or health conscious buyers are present. We will add more products regarding that particular category. Or we can do any strategy. We'll apply any marketing strategy based on these classifications done for a particular segment of customers. So this is nothing but classification. So forecasting is done and we also discussed about classification. Now what else? So you already know about clustering. So what is clustering? So clustering is nothing but, so by clustering the customers, understand, we are about to cluster the customers. What is clustering of customers? When we are clustering the customers based on the purchase behavior or whatever, it forms a distinct group of customers. There will be a distinct group of customers. So each and every distinct group of customers will have a common preference. Okay, will have a common preference. What do you mean by common preference? For suppose some people are preferring to buy convenience foods and some people are preferring to buy only organic foods. So based on that common preference, we are clustering the customers into different groups. So clustering the customers into distinct groups, each and every group will have a common preference. Just like I've told you the example, one group or one cluster is opted or he is much preferred to buy organic foods and another one is much opted to buy or much preferred to buy convenience foods. Everything is fine. So depending upon their common preference, we'll just cluster the group of customers together. That is nothing but clustering. So forecasting is done. And what else? Classification is done. And also clustering is done. Now let's talk about the next one, association. What is association? Okay, so by associating the customers, so association is nothing but, this is also one of the tasks present. We are dealing with all of these tasks when we are performing data mining. So each and every task is included when we are performing data mining, like analyzing the data. So associating the customers also will give us meaningful information. And also there is estimation present. So what is estimation? For suppose, based on the past behavior of the customers, okay, by understanding the past behavior of customers, we can estimate the lifetime value of customers. Like what is lifetime value? What is past behavior? So by understanding the past customer purchasing behavior, we can just estimate what we can estimate. We can estimate the lifetime value of a customer. What do you mean by this lifetime value? So by understanding the past customer purchasing behavior, I can estimate the lifetime value of a customer. What do you mean by that? Like for suppose there is a customer present. So that particular customer is coming to that grocery store like weekly twice. Imagine he's coming per week. He's coming to that grocery store twice. And we also analyze what is the average transaction he's making every time he just comes to the grocery store. So he is coming weekly twice, and we will just understand this data or analyze the data and just get an understanding of how much average transaction that particular customer is making every time he's coming to that grocery store. By understanding his past purchase behavior like this, what we can estimate, so how much revenue, average revenue that I can get from that particular customer during this period of time, I can estimate. That is nothing but estimation. That what we can estimate the average revenue that I can make with the help of that particular customer. Okay, average revenue I can estimate. So these are the different tasks present. So what is it? What we are talking about right now? So we are basically talking about data mining. But our topic is RapidMiner, right? Why we are talking about data miner? So this RapidMiner, so there is a concept which we are about to discuss, an important and an interesting tool. So data mining, why we are talking about this data mining when we are about to discuss this RapidMiner? So we are discussing about data miner in the context of RapidMiner because this data mining is the most important function of this particular platform. Data mining is the most important function of this particular platform. So why we are discussing about data mining? So data mining is typically requires, in order to perform all these tasks and all, it typically requires to write the code. Coding is required. But when we are about to discuss this particular tool, RapidMiner, so RapidMiner is a no-code platform, as we have seen in the starting page. So this is the no-code platform, which means what is no-code platform? It is accessible to the users, even if the user is a non-programmer. So even if he is not having any programming skills, or he is not having any previous experience on coding, even still a non-programmer can access this particular platform, which is RapidMiner. So it is accessible to non-programmers. So data mining, as we have discussed, data mining is a platform which requires coding, whereas RapidMiner, which we are about to discuss, it is also having powerful data mining capabilities. It is also, despite of all of these things, it is having powerful data mining capabilities. With the help of that, it will just allow the users to draw meaningful insights efficiently. What is it? Data mining is typically requires code to write in order to perform all these tasks that we have discussed before. But RapidMiner, which we're about to discuss, within this, data mining is an important function. How RapidMiner is a no-code platform, which is, in order to perform all these things, there is no requirement of writing the code. So it is accessible even to the non-programmers, which like whoever the persons who is not having any programming skills or coding skills, still he can use this platform to just perform data mining. So it also provides data mining capabilities. So if we can perform data mining capabilities, which means we can analyze the data and we can get the meaningful insights. This is nothing but the use of data mining in RapidMiner. That is why we have discussed about this data miner before discussing about RapidMiner. So what we have seen up to now, right now, we have discussed about the basics of RapidMiner, which is the important function data mining. So what is data mining? Data mining involves organizing or analyzing the data. It involves analyzing the data, that is large amounts of data, analyzing large amounts of data in order to uncover valuable patterns, or what we can uncover the trends, or we can also understand the insights. So all of these things we will get when we are analyzing the data, which will be helpful to make informed decisions or convert meaningless information into meaningful information or knowledge. To make informed decisions, or what we can do, you can make informed decisions, or we can improve our organizations, we can do whatever we want. So analyzing the data and also understanding the patterns and receiving the meaningful insights and just making informed decisions. This whole process involves the concept called data mining, which is the important function of the platform, which is RapidMiner. Okay, this is about data mining, everybody. I hope this is understandable to you. Next, coming to the next one. Okay, just a second. Okay. The next slide we have. So what are no-code development platforms? What are no-code development platforms? So no-code development platforms. So as we have discussed, this data mining we have seen, and now we are about to see this no-code development platforms. Why we are discussing about this? As we have told, RapidMiner is a no-code development platform for data mining. It is a no-code development platform for data mining. So how can we talk about this? How can we say no-code development platform? What is it? So let's discuss what is no-code development platform. Okay, so coming to the no-code development platform, let's see what is there in the slide. So Python and R are the most popular programming languages for data mining at the moment. But if you are short on time or not really familiar with Python, you can utilize the no-code development platforms. Okay, so what are these, everybody? So let us just get a basic understanding of no-code development platforms. So no-code development platforms, these are the software tools. No-code development platforms are the software tools. So what is the use of these software tools? This will just allow the users to create what is it is allowing the users to? It is allowing the users to create applications. That is nothing but apps. You already know. It is used to create the applications, or it is used to create the workflows, or it also allows the users to perform various tasks without writing any traditional programming code. Perform various tasks without writing any traditional programming code. This is the basic purpose of a no-code development platform without coding. So what is it? A no-code development platform is a software tool. These are the software tools. These are used or allowing the users to create applications, to create workflows, or to perform various tasks. How? Without just writing any traditional programming code. Just like in the data mining that we have discussed, in order to perform all of the tasks, we have to write the code. But in case of no-code development platforms, there is no need to write the code, but still we can perform all of these things. Along with that, what is the additional points this no-code development platforms offers? It contains a visual interface. It contains a visual interface, and also it contains inbuilt components or operators, whatever that you can call. It consists of inbuilt components. So visual interface is present and inbuilt components are present. With the help of this, we can just drag and drop. And then design whatever that we want. It is just drag and drop, sorry. Okay, this is just drag and drop. So it is just providing us a drag and drop interface. Drag and drop interface. With the help of this, we can design and we can customize the applications or workflows. What we can do, you can just do according to your requirement. So what is it? This no-code development platforms are the software tools which are allowing the users to create applications or workflows or perform various tasks without writing any traditional programming code. Apart from this, what else? It also provides a visual interface and also inbuilt components. With the help of these, we can just drag and drop those and can design and customize according to our requirement the applications as well as workflows. This is the main theme of no-code development platforms. So apart from those, what else are present? Apart from those, what else are present? So in case of or in the context of data mining, how these no-code development platforms are useful? In the context of data mining, this allows the users, the no-code development platforms, this will allow the users to perform data pre-processing. You already know about data pre-processing. If not, we'll discuss in the further session. So data pre-processing, and also it allows the users to perform analysis on the data. And we can also model the data, modeling, and also visualizing the information. All of this that you can do with the help of no-code development platform in the context of data mining. So in the context of data mining, this no-code development platforms allows the users to perform data pre-processing, analysis, modeling, and also visualizing the information. And also this is mostly beneficial for the people. Just a second, let me delete this one. Okay. So what is the next thing? So this we have discussed. So the most popular programming languages for data mining, which is the coding part, are Python and R. But if we are short on time or not really familiar with Python, so that is why I told this no-code development platforms, these are what we can see. These are beneficial for the people. These are beneficiary to the people who are short on time. Here you can see who are short on time and also who are not having any programming skills. For such type of people, these no-code development platforms are very much useful because this is not requiring any code to write. So that is why this is called as no-code development platforms. And what is the next point that we have? What is the next point? So a no-code development platform, it enables us to perform data mining tasks which drag and drop, which we have discussed before. It also enables us to develop data mining projects quickly without coding. The most important thing, which is we can do all of the data mining projects without any coding with the help of no-code development platforms. So both developers as well as non-developers can use these tools to practice rapid data mining development. So now, what is this traditional development and what is this no-code platform? So let us discuss a few differences between these two. So what is traditional development? So we'll just discuss it in the form of easy manner. So traditional development is nothing but this requires coding. Sorry, this requires coding. Coding is required. And for this is accessible even to the non-programmers, which means even if you don't know the code, still you can just perform data mining projects or data mining tasks with the help of no-code platform. And what is the next point? So it takes some time. It takes some time to just learn this code and develop. It takes time basically because it is about writing the code, right? And this one. And here it is easy to learn and write. It is easy to learn and use or whatever. So it takes some time to learn and develop. It is easy to learn. And also the next one that we have is what we can say. It requires coding expertise. So whoever the people who are familiar with the coding, only those people can just use these tools like traditional development tools. So, but it can be used by any people like non-programmers, even a data, like a business user or an analyst or a domain expert who is not having the programming skills, whoever the person is, anybody can use them. Okay. And what else? So it just can handle complex requirements. It can handle complex requirements as everything is a drag and drop interface. It is just having some limitations when it comes to customizing. So when it comes to customizing, there are fewer limitations present. So that is nothing but no-code platform. So what is it, everybody? Traditional development and no-code platform, the difference is traditional development requires coding, and here we don't need to write the code. And it takes time to learn and develop, whereas no-code platform, it is easy to learn. And then this traditional development platform, it requires coding expertise, but whoever the person here using the no-code development platform like RapidMiner, they can just write the code. And then here he can handle the complex requirements. Here there is fewer limitations when it comes to customizations. So these are the basic differences between traditional development and no-code platform. Now let's see advantages of no-code development platform. So as we are telling, there are a fewer advantages present with the help of this platform. We'll discuss what are the advantages. So what are the advantages of no-code development platform? So advantages, the first one I'll tell is accessibility. So what is this accessibility? So this is nothing but this particular no-code development platforms, they are making the data mining accessible to wider audience. So it is making accessible the data mining to a wider audience, whether he's a business user or whether he's an analyst or whether he is a domain expert, whoever the person may be, he's a developer or he's a non-developer. That is not the case over here. So whoever the person may be, he can still learn somewhat, train somewhat, and he can just perform the data mining tasks with the help of no-code development platform. That is nothing but accessibility. And the second one that we have is easy to use. So which we have already discussed. What is easy to use? Sorry, easy to use is nothing but here, as we have told, everything is drag and drop. So this is like a user-friendly interface. So everything is just drag and drop. So it contains visual interface and also inbuilt components. So we have drag and drop interface, which is user-friendly, and it also not like it will not take much time to learn. So it is easy to use for any person. And third one is efficiency. So what is efficiency? So efficiency is nothing but this particular platform, no-code development platform, it will streamline the data line process. So it will streamline the data mining process. So it will allow users to only focus on problem solving and analysis. So it will allow the users to focus on problem solving and analysis, and it will not bother it will not make the users to bother about the code, writing the code and debugging the code. That is not taking into consideration. So that is why there is more efficiency while using no-code development platforms. Like no-code development platforms streamlines the data mining process, which means it allows the users to focus on problem solving and analyzing the data, and they will not bother about writing the code and debugging the code. And also, what else? We can say a lot of other things like collaboration, rapid development, all of this we can just mention. So these are a few advantages present for no-code development platforms. So rapid development, we'll discuss in a simple manner about this, and then we'll just move on to the next one. Okay, what is collaboration? So this platform facilitates collaboration between the team members who are having different skill sets. As we have told, this is accessible to anybody. So this is facilitating the collaboration between team members which are having different skill sets, so that the projects can be shared and modified within the platform. So it facilitates collaboration as well. And then rapid development, coming to the rapid development, the users can quickly prototype and iterate on data mining projects, which will just faster the development cycles and also time-to-time insights. So these are the fewer advantages which are present regarding the no-code development platform. So why we are discussing about data mining? Why we are discussing about no-code development platform? Why? Because we are discussing about a tool which is called RapidMiner. So what is the purpose of that RapidMiner? This tagline of the RapidMiner is, it is a no-code development platform for data mining. So before discussing RapidMiner, we have to understand what is data mining and what is no-code development platform. That is why we have had an idea about the data mining and no-code development platform. This is about the introduction of data mining and the no-code development platform. Let's move on to the next thing, which is the important thing which are about to discuss, the main theme of the session, which is RapidMiner. So what is RapidMiner? What is RapidMiner? So RapidMiner is a comprehensive data science platform with visual workflow design and full automation. It means we don't have to do the coding for data mining tasks, and RapidMiner is one of the most popular data science tools. So as we have discussed, RapidMiner is one of the no-code development platform, so which is used to perform data mining tasks without writing any code, and this consists of drag and drop interface, which is easy to use to any kind of user. So RapidMiner is a comprehensive data science platform with visual workflow design and full automation. It means we don't have to do the coding for data mining tasks. It is one of the most popular data science tools. And what else? So Altair, a leader in artificial intelligence and computational science, they has brought this RapidMiner tool, this a top provider of advanced data analytics and machine learning software. So this acquisition will likely help Altair offer more comprehensive solutions to customers by combining the RapidMiner's technology with its own. This is just the theme of this. And what is the purpose of this RapidMiner? Then when we will use this RapidMiner, where we can use it? So first of all, business. So what is business and what else? Commercial. And we can use it for research as well, education, training, rapid prototyping, and application development as well. So what is this? We'll just see in the form of a simple example for everything. So RapidMiner is used for various purposes like businesses, commercials, research, education, training, rapid prototyping, and application development. So what is business? So before we have taken an example of a grocery store, right? Just like that, RapidMiner is used in business context, like in order to analyze customer purchasing behavior. We can take that as an example. So in order to analyze the customer purchasing behavior by a retail store, which is a business, we can use RapidMiner because it is one of the data science tool, which is used to perform data mining tasks without any coding. This is the main thing. So in business context, so in this, we can take the example of a grocery store. So the grocery store business want to analyze the customer purchasing behavior. So for this purpose, we can use RapidMiner, which is a no-code development platform. This is one example. And coming to the second one, what is commercial? What is commercial, everybody? So commercial is nothing but we can take financial institution is present. For suppose there is a financial institution. So whatever it is. So some financial based institution is present. So they want to analyze their marketing trends. What are the future trends or what are the current trends present? They want to understand that one. What are the market trends present? They want to analyze this one. So we can use to analyze the market trends for the financial base, which is the commercial purpose, the RapidMiner tool. So in the business context, we can use the RapidMiner to analyze the customer purchasing behavior. It is just an example. And in terms of commercials, we can take a financial company. It is using this RapidMiner to analyze market trends. And also in terms of research, researchers can use RapidMiner in order to analyze scientific data. So in order to analyze scientific data, researchers can use RapidMiner. And what else? So education. So in education, educators can incorporate RapidMiner into their training course or data science course. As we are telling, this is a data science tool. So educators just incorporate this into data science course. That is also one of the use of RapidMiner. And what else? It is useful for training as well. So what is training? So in training is nothing but this RapidMiner can be used for training purposes or training data analysis students, as well as for machine learning technologies. We can go for RapidMiner. That is training. And rapid prototyping. So for suppose we can take an example like product development. Like product development team is present. This product development team, it is using the rapid. Why it is using? In order to prototype the data-driven applications. So we can use it for many purposes. And then what? There is application development, like in order to develop apps. Applications you already know. In order to develop apps, they are using RapidMiner because it will add some data science capabilities to that. So for different purposes, we can go for RapidMiner, which is a no-code development platform. So this is about the introduction of everything. So what we have discussed up to now, we have seen, first of all, we are about to discuss the concept of RapidMiner in this session. So RapidMiner, what we can call it as no-code development platform for data mining. No-code development platform for data mining. So before discussing this RapidMiner, we are about to discuss what is data mining and what is no-code development platform. So we have discussed this data mining. What is this data mining? So data mining, it is the process of analyzing the data or large amount of data. So analyzing the data and just getting meaningful patterns or insights or trends, whatever it is, and which is used to make informed decisions. So for this, we have a concept called data mining. And also it consists of various tasks. What are the various tasks present for data mining? What are the tasks present? We have discussed everything like association analysis and estimation, forecasting, classification, and clustering. So these are the different tasks present. We have taken an example of social media platform and also a large data set of customer purchasing at a grocery store. We have taken those examples and we have understood this concept. And then coming to the next thing, which is no-code development platform. As the name indicates, in order to develop something or perform data mining tasks, here we don't have a need to write the code. So these are useful for any kind of persons who are not having any programming skills beforehand. So this is no-code development platform. This is containing visual interface and also inbuilt components. Because of this, it is having drag and drop interface, which is very easy to use for every kind of user. This is no-code development platform. These are also the software tools. So this RapidMiner is a no-code development platform for data mining. So this is a data science platform. It consists of visual design and full automation. It means we don't have to need to write the code for data mining tasks. And also, this is one of the most popular data science tools. And coming to wherever we can use them, so we can use it in business context or in commercials or during research, or researchers can use them, and for education purpose and training purpose and for rapid prototyping and application development. So these are the various ways we can use a RapidMiner. And what else? What else is there? What else is present? We'll see. So here, in each and every scenario, RapidMiner simplifies the data analysis process, which allows the users to derive insights and build the models efficiently without writing the code. So this is about the introduction of RapidMiner. Let's see what is present next. So what are the different products present according to the RapidMiner? What are the RapidMiner products present? So the first one, RapidMiner offers both free as well as paid versions of the software. RapidMiner offers both free and paid versions of the software. So the first one, coming to the first product, this is RapidMiner Studio. So RapidMiner Studio, this is the main product and it comes in both free version as well as the paid version. So we will discuss about this in coming sessions, how to download it, how to install it, how to use it. We'll discuss in the next coming session. So first of all, the first product we are about to discuss is RapidMiner Studio. So this is the main product and it comes in both free as well as paid versions. So the free version is known as RapidMiner Studio Free. It provides access to many features and functionalities for data mining, machine learning, and predictive analysis. As we have discussed, RapidMiner basic purpose is perform all the tasks of data mining without writing the code. So there is a free version of RapidMiner Studio present, which is RapidMiner Studio Free. It provides access to many features and functionalities for data mining, machine learning, and predictive analysis. However, it may have limitations compared to the paid versions. And what is the next product? So the next product that we have is RapidMiner Go. RapidMiner Studio, and the second one is RapidMiner Go. So RapidMiner also offers a free web-based version that is called as RapidMiner Go. So here, this RapidMiner Studio, it is having both free version as well as paid version. So the second one that we have is RapidMiner Go. This offers a free web-based version, which is RapidMiner Go. So what is this designed for? This is designed for easy and quick data analysis tasks. So it is a simplified version of RapidMiner Studio, and it is suitable for the users who need basic data analysis capabilities. So depending upon our requirement, we can use whatever the product that we want. So first of all, we are discussing about the different products of RapidMiner present. Both free and paid versions are also available for this software. So the first one that we are about to discuss is RapidMiner Studio. So what is RapidMiner Studio? This is the main product. It is available both in free version as well as paid version. The free version is known as RapidMiner Studio Free. So it contains many features and functionalities which allows users to perform data mining and also machine learning and predictive analysis. So whereas the free versions will have a fewer limitations compared with the paid versions. Coming to the second one, RapidMiner Go. So this RapidMiner also offers a free web-based version called as RapidMiner Go. What is this basically designed for? This is designed for easy and quick data analysis tasks. So whoever the people wants to learn or need to perform database, like a basic data analysis capabilities, they can go for this web version, which is RapidMiner Go. And what is the next product? So the next product is RapidMiner Auto Model. The next one is RapidMiner Auto Model. So this is the paid add-on of RapidMiner Studio. So in the RapidMiner Studio itself, you have Auto Model present. So this is a paid add-on. It provides automated machine learning capabilities. We will see it later in like on hands-on as well. So first, let's see what are the products present. So RapidMiner Auto Model is the third product. It is a paid add-on on the RapidMiner Studio. So it provides automated machine learning capabilities, which makes it easier to build and deploy the predictive models. It is used to build the models and deploy the predictive models. That is the third product. And the fourth one is RapidMiner Server. So what is RapidMiner Server? It is a powerful platform for businesses to run and manage data analysis process, collaborate with the teams, and deploy the predictive models. So there are various products present. So first of all, the product one, the first product of the RapidMiner is RapidMiner Studio. So this is available both in free as well as paid version, but free version is having fewer limitations when compared with paid version. So it allows users to perform what? Data mining tasks, machine learning, and also predictive analytics. You can do whatever you want. And the next one that we have is RapidMiner Go. This is a web-based version. So here, whoever the users need to perform basic data analytics capabilities or basic data analysis process, you can go for this web-based version. And the third one, Auto Model. This is an add-on present in this RapidMiner Studio. So it provides an automated machine learning capabilities, which makes it easier to build and deploy predictive models. And the fourth one that we have is RapidMiner Server. It is a powerful platform for businesses to run and manage the data analysis process, collaborate with the teams, and deploy predictive models. Just like the other servers that we have learned as a data analyst, like Power BI or Tableau, you have server here as well, which is RapidMiner Server. So it is used to collaborate with the teams and also deploy the predictive models. These are the four products present. And what else? The fifth one, RapidMiner Turbo Prep. So this tool, it helps users to clean the data, to prepare the data for analysis by offering a user-friendly interface and various functions like filtering, sorting, automated data profiling. You can see this Turbo Prep, which is also an add-on coming in RapidMiner Studio. So when we are using RapidMiner Studio, it consists of different types of views. So within that views, this Turbo Prep is one of them. So what is the purpose of this Turbo Prep? It is used to clean and prepare the data for analysis by offering a user-friendly interface and various functions like what? Filtering, sorting, and automated data profiling. So once we download and install that particular application, I'll show you this Turbo Prep where it is present and all. And the next one and the last one that we have is RapidMiner Radu. So it is used for analyzing big data using technologies like Hadoop and Spark. So in order to analyze the big data technology, like big data using technologies, we can go for this particular product of RapidMiner. So it integrates with RapidMiner Studio to leverage distributed computing and perform predictive modeling on large-scale data sets. So what are the different products present, what we have discussed up to now? The first one is RapidMiner Studio. And the second one that we have is RapidMiner Go, RapidMiner Auto Model, RapidMiner Server, RapidMiner Turbo Prep, and the last one, RapidMiner Radu. So these are the different products present. And along with that, we have an additional one, which is AI Hub. This is a centralized platform for managing and sharing machine learning models and also workflows within an organization. So there is one more platform or one more product present for RapidMiner, which is RapidMiner AI Hub. So it helps teams to collaborate effectively on data science projects and also deploy the model securely. So these are all the different products present, everybody. So these products provide a comprehensive solution for different aspects of the data science lifecycle, from data preparation to deployment and collaboration. So for all these purposes, we can go for any of the tools present according to our requirement. What is this? The above tools are about the RapidMiner, which provides a comprehensive solution for different aspects of a data science lifecycle, from data preparation to deployment and collaboration. So this is about different products present, everybody. So now let's see what is the next thing present. Okay, so now let's talk about what are the advantages of RapidMiner. So as we have already discussed, RapidMiner is a no-code development platform. So we will have the same advantages of a no-code development platform here as well. Like what? So it has an easy-to-use interface and friendly environment. So one of the advantages of RapidMiner is it has an easy-to-use interface and a friendly environment. And also, which means we have drag and drop interface, that is just it. And the second one, we can do data pre-processing and the prediction, visualization, deep learning, text mining, machine learning in one application without writing any code. So, as we have discussed, the advantages of RapidMiner will be just like the advantages of no-code development platform. Why? Because this RapidMiner is also a no-code development software tool. So, it is easy to use because it is having a visual interface, which is just drag and drop interface. So, that is user-friendly. And the second one that we have is we can perform different kinds of tasks like what? Data pre-processing, visualization, prediction, machine learning, text mining, deep learning, all of these things we can just perform in one application without writing any code. That is one most important advantage of a no-code development platform or RapidMiner. And the next one, this has more than 1500 methods for data integration, data transformation, analysis, and modeling, as well as visualization. And also it can perform attribute selection and outlier detection. So these are some of the advantages of RapidMiner. So the first one is easy to use interface. And the second one, we can perform all the different kinds of tasks in one application without writing the code. And it is having a lot of methods to perform all these tasks. And it can also perform outlier detection and attribute selection. So these are the few advantages present. Let's see the difference between the advantages and disadvantages of a RapidMiner. So coming to the advantages versus disadvantages. So it is just like before, easy to use interface, and we can do all the tasks in one application without writing any code. And then it has more than 1500 methods for performing all these tasks. And also the last one, it can perform outlier detection as well as attribute selection. These are the advantages. And coming to the disadvantages, so see here, one of the disadvantage, it will be more suitable for the use by users who are familiar with data and databases, because the application requires the ability to manipulate SQL statements in files, and there are the terms that must be known beforehand. So that is one of the disadvantage. So in order to use these no code platform tools or RapidMiner, they should have some knowledge, or they should be familiar with the data and databases. And then what? When we use the RapidMiner, this application uses large allocation of RAM. So it is recommended to use an adequate device based on the RAM. Okay. And the next one, it can process like limited number of records, whether it is a free version. As we told, there are fewer limitations in free version. And if you want to work on like multiple records of data, you have to just go for paid version. So these are the fewer disadvantages present. And then what else? So where we can use the RapidMiner in industries. So we can use it in manufacturing and also financial services, healthcare, like in hospitals, and automotive is auto manufacturer can also use RapidMiner. And for retail companies, e-commerce companies, they can use it. And insurance companies also can use RapidMiner to analyze some data. And energy companies, and then telecom companies, communication is nothing but, and travel is nothing but airlines. And utilities companies can also use RapidMiners. So RapidMiners can be used in different industries. So some of the industries we have mentioned over here, some of them are manufacturing, financial services, healthcare, automotive, retail and e-commerce, insurance, energy, communication, travel and utilities. In all of these industries, we can use the RapidMiner. And also, what kind of data set a RapidMiner can process? What kind of data set RapidMiner can process? A RapidMiner can process structured data. It can process structured data. It can process unstructured data, or it can just connect with, which is nothing but process. So unstructured data. And what else? Different file formats like JSON, XML. All these file formats are also supported to connect with this particular RapidMiner. And also, it can also connect with NoSQL systems, and also it is used to analyze the data which is present in cloud storage services like Dropbox and Google Drive. So everything we can connect with and analyze the data with the help of RapidMiner. So what is structured data? We'll see what is present over here. So RapidMiner can handle all sorts of data. Let me clear this one. Okay. So what is this that we are talking about? So RapidMiner can handle all sorts of data. Like what? Structured data, unstructured data. And there is this. Okay, fine. So we can handle all sorts of data like structured data, which is the files in table format, and unstructured data, and then different types of file formats, and also JSON, XML, NoSQL systems, and also some of the Google storage devices present like Dropbox and Google Drive. We can just connect with all of these with the help of RapidMiner. So what kind of data sets RapidMiner can process? All of these you can see here. So structured data. So structured data is nothing but the data which is present in properly rows and columns format, like table format, like what? Excel sheet, CSV file, all of these things. And what is unstructured data? Unstructured data is not having any defined model or organization. You already know about this. So this includes emails, what else? Videos, images, audio files, text documents, and also social media posts. Everything comes under unstructured data. So with the help of RapidMiner, we can connect to these files, unstructured data, and different types of file formats. And we can also analyze the data on NoSQL system, as well as the Google storage devices like Dropbox and Google Drive. Okay, this is very much useful. These are the basic things about, what is this RapidMiner. So what we have discussed up to now, everybody, we have discussed the intro of everything. So what is RapidMiner? And in this RapidMiner, what we have seen, so RapidMiner and where we can use them in different platforms like business, in commercials, researchers use them, training, education, like prototyping, rapid prototyping, and also for application development, various purposes, we will go for RapidMiner. And what we have seen, what are the advantages of RapidMiner? And what are the disadvantages of RapidMiner? And then which type of data sets RapidMiner supports? All we have seen in this particular concept that we have discussed. Let me erase these things. Okay, now let's see what is present next. We have also seen what are the different products present. So now let's talk about the next concept, how to download and install RapidMiner Studio. As I told before, the first product that is present is RapidMiner Studio. We are going to see how to download and install it. So the first step that you have to do in order to download, so you have to go to RapidMiner website. So you have to go to RapidMiner website. So I'll show it to you. Let me open my browser. So here, I can click on rapidminer.com. Anything is fine. So rapidminer.com is the official website. So here you can see RapidMiner coming. Click on this one. So see, this is the platform that you see in this picture in the PPT. So this is the one when you click on this particular RapidMiner website. And what is the next thing? What you have to do next? So once you go to that website, when you just scroll down, you can find Browse Product Trials option. So scroll down and until you find Browse Product Trials. So scroll down. Here I can see Browse Product Trials. Now what you have to do? So when you find this, you have to click on the Browse Product Trials. So see, the next thing that we have is click on Browse Product Trials to proceed. You'll be directed to a new window and locate the Download Now option for Altair AI Studio and click on it. So first what we have to do, we have to open our browser and go to the official website of this particular RapidMiner, which is rapidminer.com. So click on the first link and then scroll down until you find this Browse Product Trials. Click on this Browse Product Trials. Once you click on this, again scroll down until you find this Altair AI Studio. So you have found this, right? Click on Download Now. After that, what you have to do? So after clicking on this Download Now, what I have to do, what is this step? So the sixth thing that we have to do is, we have to fill out the form with the information present and we have to click on register. So I'm not giving the information again because I've already downloaded this once in my system. So you have to fill the form, which is first name, last name, which country, whether you're using for educational purpose or commercial purpose. If you're using for commercial purpose, you have to mention the organization that you're working. What is your role? What is your phone number? What is your work email? And you have to create a password and confirm your password. After entering all these details in this form, you have to click on register. This is for commercial purpose. If you are using for educational purpose, you can check this and fill all of this information and click on register. Okay, so this is the basic thing. Once you click on the register, after this, I can't do one more time because this particular application is already present in my system. So I'll show you in the form of screenshots. Okay, so here, if you see, once you just click on that, download now, it will give you the form. So we are discussing about the downloading and installation part. Okay, we are done with this. So first of all, go to the official website, everybody. So once you go to the official website, go to the first link and click on it. You will get this particular window, which is inserted at the bottom, this picture. And then what you have to do, scroll down until you find this particular browse product trials option. So click on this. After you click on this, you will just, once you scroll down, you will find Alter AI Studio present. So you have to go there and click on download now. Once you click on that, you will get a form. So you have to fill the form, whether you are using it for commercial purpose or you are using it for educational purpose. You can just mention it under here and then scroll down and click on register. So this is the basic thing that you have to do. After you do or click on register, you will receive a mail to activate your account. So here you can see this is the kind of mail you will get. So we have sent a confirmation mail to particular mail ID that you have given. So click on this confirmation link to activate your account. So this is the thing that you will get once you are registered successfully. And then what? And then in your mail, within your mail, whatever that you have received, you have this verify the email coming. So here you can see in the image, verify the email. You have to click on this verify the email. Once you click on this, you will get to this website where you have to click on downloads. So once verified, it will return to the website. So how it is verifying? So once you click on verify the mail that you got in your mail ID to the whatever mail that you have given in the form. So to that particular ID, it will give you verify your mail button. Once you click on it, it will just ask you again, what is the mail ID and what is the password that you created. After that, it will verify your account. And once it is verified, you will return to this particular website that we have inserted the screenshot below, within which we have to click on downloads. So here it is written, see here, once it is verified, we'll return to the website and we will sign in using the same email and password. And you will be redirected back to the window. This is this one. So now in this window, we have to click on downloads. So here the first option that we have to click on downloads. And then what? After clicking on downloads, we have to choose appropriate option according to our operating system. Mine is Windows, so I've selected Windows. If you're using Mac, you can go for Mac and Linux. Anything is fine. So once you click on this, the application will start downloading. This is about the downloading part of RapidMiner Studio. So what you have to do, you have to first go to the official website, RapidMiner, rapidminer.com, and go to the first link, and later you have to just scroll down until you find this browse product trials option. After that, you have to click on it. Once you click on it and scroll down again, you can see here Alter AI Studio coming, which contains download now option. So you have to click on download now. Once you click on download now, it will give you a form. Within that, fill the form, which even like whatever that you're using for, whether it is for commercial purpose or for educational purpose, you can fill it and fill this form. And at the bottom of this form, you have register option. Click on register. Once you click on it, you will get a mail to activate your particular account. So your mail will be like that. So within that mail, you will be giving this option, which is verify the mail option. You have to click on it. How it is doing the verification? You have to re-enter your mail and password there. And after that, it will redirect to a new window. This is this window, the screenshot provided here. And then here you can see the download option where you have to click on it. Now the application will start get downloading. Click on downloads. So select the operating system and the application will start downloading automatically. That is about the downloading part. So after downloading the application, you have to install the application. So you have to download, you have to install, and you have to set up the application as well. So downloading is fine. Now how to install? So coming to the installation part, so we have to follow the steps mentioned below, which will guide you through the installation of RapidMiner on our system. So what is the first step? We have to open the downloaded application by double clicking on it. You already know about this. So after that, this particular window, you will get it. So once you get this window, you have to click on next. So what is it, everybody? Once you are done with downloading the RapidMiner Studio application, you have to open the downloaded application where you will get this particular screenshot that we've inserted, the setup. So once this is launched, you have to click on next. Once you click on next, what you have to do? Once you click on next, you will get this particular dialog box, which is RapidMiner Studio Setup License Agreement. Within this, you have to click on I agree. So review the license agreement, and if you agree the terms and conditions, select I agree option. Once you click on I agree option, you will get to this page where you have to provide the location where your particular application wants to be. So what is it? Click on install button to begin the installation process. Here you can see the destination folder. If you want to change it, you can change it and click on install. And after that, this is regarding the setup. That is where the installation stops. So what is it? Once you're done with downloading, you have to go for installation part where you have to open the downloaded application and you will get this window coming. You have to click on next, and then coming to the license agreement, go through this license agreement and click on I agree. So review the license agreement, and if you agree to the terms and conditions, you have to select I agree option. And the next one, select the folder where you want your application to be, browse, and you have to click on install. So finally click on install. So now the installation process will begin. So what we have discussed up to now, we have seen data mining and what is a no-code development platform. Within that, we are started discussing about RapidMiner, and within that, we have seen the introduction of RapidMiner. Now we are seeing how to download and install and set up RapidMiner Studio. So downloading is done. Now installation is done. Now we have to set up that RapidMiner Studio. How to set up? So once you are done with downloading and installing the RapidMiner Studio, here a window will appear like this. Okay. Within the two options provided here, you have to select for free version, use the RapidMiner license system. Use the RapidMiner license system. You have to select the second option, and then what? You have to click on next. You have to select the second option and you have to click on next. Once you click on next, you will get this second window. So in this second window again, you have to check this box by agreeing the terms and conditions, and you have to click on I accept. So next, you will encounter a window where you need to check the box regarding the terms and conditions. After agreeing to the terms and conditions, you have to click on I agree button. And then what? So after you click on I agree, it will ask you again to log into your account. You have to provide your mail, and whatever the password that you have given before, you have to give it here and click on login and install. So you will then be asked to re-enter your mail and password. Once you have entered your credentials, you have to click on login and install button to proceed with the part of installation and all or setup. Okay. And then what? Now your account is ready. So your account will get authenticated and the installation process will commence. Now this is done. Once the installation is completed, your RapidMiner account will be ready for use. Now you can use your RapidMiner account. So this is how your RapidMiner account looks like. Okay, so here you can see different views or different types of panels present. We'll discuss each and everything. So here on the left-hand side, you can see tutorials coming. If you want to watch it, you can watch it. I've closed all these things. If you want to get the basic idea of everything, you can go through these, which is present on the left side. So what is it, everybody? How to download, how to install, and how to set up this RapidMiner Studio. We'll see one more time and we'll move on to the next one. So the first one is downloading the RapidMiner Studio. You have to go to the official website and then you have to find Browse Product Trials option and you have to click on it. Once you click on it, you will find this Alter AI Studio coming. You have to click on Download Now. Once you click on Download Now, you will get a form where you have to fill the form based on what you are just downloading this particular application, whether it is for commercial purpose or educational purpose. Accordingly, you have to fill and click on Register. Once you click on Register, you will get a mail just like this. After you receive the mail, within the mail, you have Verify the Mail option. You have to click on it and you have to again re-enter your mail and password. And then it is verified and you will get to this window where you have to click on Downloads, the first option. So after clicking on Downloads, you have to choose your operating system. Mine is Windows. Select whatever that your operating system is. Okay, and then the application will start downloading. This is nothing but how to download RapidMiner Studio. And coming to the second one, we have how to install it. So once you're done with the downloading, you have to open the downloaded application. Now you will get to this particular box where you have to click on Next. And then what? It will come to the license agreement part. So here you have to just go through this license agreement and you have to click on I agree button at the top. So review the license agreement. And if you agree the terms, select I agree option. And then select the folder where your application wants to be and click on install. That is when installation process starts. And then what? How to set up? After you're done with the installation, you will be getting this dialog box where you have to choose the second one, which is use RapidMiner license system, the second one. So once you're done with this, you will go to the next one where it is also a license agreement. You have to check the box at the bottom and click on accept. So you'll encounter a window where you need to check the box, agreeing the terms and conditions. After agreeing to the terms and conditions, you have to click on I agree button. Okay, and then what else? So after you click on I agree, you'll be giving here this login option where you have to re-enter your mail and password and click on login and install. And then now your RapidMiner Studio is ready to be used. Okay, this is how you have to download, install, and set up your RapidMiner Studio. Okay, so now let me show my RapidMiner Studio, or we will see it later when we are discussing about views and all. So this is how your RapidMiner looks like. You can see it here. So when you are first time creating this RapidMiner Studio, you will see here this particular tutorial section coming. So tutorials, you can just click on next. It will be coming different parts and you can read all of them. You will get a basic idea. Okay, so I've closed it. So you won't be seeing this when I open my RapidMiner Studio. And we'll see what are the different parts present, like repository, operators, and what is the process, and what are the views, and what is this parameter, help. We will see everything detailedly in the further coming session. Okay, so now let's see what is present next. Okay, so now let's talk about what are the features. Let's talk about what are the features present. So first one is visual workflow design and automated machine learning, rich operator toolbox, and integration with data sources, scalability, model deployment. So what are the different features? We'll just take a simple example for one or two and we'll start discussing. So what is visual workflow design? If you see here, RapidMiner offers a drag and drop interface for designing analytical work. So what is it? Just give me a second. Okay, so we are talking about visual workflow design. So visual workflow design, RapidMiner offers drag and drop interface for designing analytical workflows without any coding. So what is this? As we have already seen, visual workflow design is without writing the code. We have just the built-in components present. We just have to drag and drop them. That is nothing but visual workflow. So we can take an example of a recipe. Suppose there is a recipe present. So for that particular recipe, like what? There is a recipe present. So for that particular recipe, we need to do a lot of steps like what? we have to just boil the water. Imagine these are the examples. We have to boil the water and we have to chop the vegetables. These are the various steps present. So imagine this is just like a code. You have to write each and every step in the form of code in data mining tools, which is traditional development tools. But this RapidMiner is a no-code development platform. So instead of writing every step, we will just arrange these steps in order. We will arrange these steps, how we will see in the example later. So we have to arrange these steps in RapidMiner in order to perform a task, which is a drag and drop interface. That is nothing but visual workflow design. So visual workflow design, how we can say visual workflow design? So as this RapidMiner it is a no-code development platform, we don't have to write any coding in order to perform any tasks or in order to create any application or any workflow. So this is just having a drag and drop interface. That is one of the feature of RapidMiner. And what is the second one? So what is the second feature? So second feature we have is automated machine learning. So what is automated machine learning, everybody? So this automate tasks like feature selection, model selection, and hyperparameter tuning. So automation machine learning, imagine, I'll just give you a simple example for this. So imagine this automated machine learning is like your personal shopper. Just an example. So this is just like a personal shopper. So what does a personal shopper do? So you will go to that particular shop or like a boutique, whatever it is. You will go to your personal shopper and you will just tell what you are exactly looking for. So what you are exactly looking for. So what does your shopper do? She will just browse all the options present. It will browse all the options, and out of all the options, it will try some options. So browse all the options. Out of those, we will try few. And out of the few that we have tried, we will just select the best outfit. That is the thing that personal shopper do. So here, this automated machine learning is also just like this one. Like what? For suppose we will provide here the data and then what we want to predict. So here, for this particular automated machine learning, we will provide our data and what we want to predict. We will just provide these two. And based on those two, what this RapidMiner automated machine learning does, it will just use all the options present like decision trees, all of those models present. And out of all those options, it will select the best one according to your needs. So that is nothing but automated machine learning. So visual workflow design, that is nothing but having a drag and drop interface. And the second one we have is automated machine learning, that is nothing but out of multiple options present, selecting the best option according to our needs. So it automates tasks like feature selection, model selection, and hyperparameter tuning. Let me erase these. The third one that we have is rich operator toolbox. So what is this rich operator toolbox? As we have seen in our RapidMiner Studio. Suppose this is your RapidMiner Studio. So here you have seen a lot of different panels present. Within that, we have a separate panel called as operators panel. We have a separate panel that is operators panel. So within that operators, we can see a lot of different tools coming. So some are for cleaning purpose, some are for validation purpose. All of those things are categorized. So this RapidMiner is having rich operator toolbox. So it provides a library of pre-built operators. So some are for data pre-processing, some are for machine learning, and some are for visualizations. So this is one of the important feature of RapidMiner. So this is one more panel present. We will see it in the real time, whenever I open my particular RapidMiner Studio window, you can see this one. And then integration with data sources. What is this integration with data sources? It connects to various data sources, including databases, files, cloud storage platforms, etc. Okay, let me just show you the RapidMiner. Then you can just get an understanding. Just a second. Okay. I'll move this one. Here is this thing. Okay, fine. So what we are discussing, I will open the window later and I will show it to you. Let me delete whatever that I've written. Okay, so we are talking about different features present. So what are the different features, everybody? So visual workflow design, automated machine learning, and rich operator toolbox, integration with data sources, scalability, model deployment, all of these are present. So I'll just show you this RapidMiner Studio. Just give me a second. So this is currently what we are talking about. Let me open my RapidMiner Studio. So I've already installed my RapidMiner Studio before. This is my RapidMiner. So I'll just open this and I'll show it to you. So there are different features present as we have seen. Drag and drop. I'll show what is drag and drop. And then what is the rich operator toolbox and how can we integrate with different data sources. I'll show it to you right now. Okay, just give it a second. Just give it a second, guys. Okay. Yes. So here, whenever you open your RapidMiner Studio, here you will get this. What is this one? So here, whether you want to go for a blank process or turbo prep, as I told, turbo prep and auto model are automatically add-ins of this particular RapidMiner Studio, right? So we have to mostly, we will go for blank process. Okay, we'll mostly go for blank process. So I'll go over here and I'll select the first one, blank process. So blank process is nothing but the new process that we have to work on, like a new file in Word or new slide in PPT, just like that. Here, the new process. So this is how your RapidMiner Studio window looks like. So if you observe here, there are a lot of different panels present. We'll discuss everything in the form, like when we talk about interface. So now what we are talking about? We are talking about the operators before. So operators, if you see here, you can see the operators present. So this is one of the panel in RapidMiner Studio. So what is the use of this panel? So here, if you see, when you click over here, you can see all these data access, which is for files. What are the different, what is that? Operators present for CSV or Excel or different types of databases. Files, file formats. And for writing and databases, what are the operators? Read database, write database, update database. You can use all these basic operators. So we have a rich operator toolbox present in RapidMiner Studio. That is the thing that we have discussed before. What we have discussed. So we have rich operator toolbox. And then what? Drag and drop interface. What is drag and drop interface? So drag and drop interface is nothing but, see, if I want to just load some data, I will talk about the data later. If I want to use some, I will just show the drag and drop interface. Later, we'll discuss about everything. So see, I'll just drag and drop it into this. This is just the drag and drop interface, visual interface, and inbuilt components. So what is the first feature? That is drag and drop interface without coding. And then we will see this auto ML later. So operators, operators have shown you an integration with data sources. So data sources is nothing but you can integrate with various data sources, data sets, like a databases, files, cloud storage platforms, etc., etc. So how? How? So here you can see repository coming. What you can see, everybody? On this left-hand side at the top, you can see repository coming. So under this repository, you can see various options present. So under these options, with the help of these options also, you can just import the data, or you can just import the data with this as well. Import data. So anything, database or anything you want, you can import it. I'll click on cancel for now. So we have drag and drop, which is visual work environment or interface, and rich operator toolbox, and also interactivity with multiple data sources, and also automated machine learning. And what else are there? What else we'll see? Sorry. What else? Scalability. So RapidMiner is designed to handle large data sets. Even we are working with large data sets, this RapidMiner will not slow down the process. That is scalability. And also in order to deploy your predicted models, also for this, we can go for RapidMiner. So this is about the features, everybody. So what are the features we have discussed? So the features include drag and drop interface, automated machine learning, and also the rich operator toolbox, and we can integrate with multiple data sources. And also when we are working with larger data sources or databases, it is still not slowing down the process, which is scalability. And also in order to deploy predictive models, it will just enables the users easy for that, which is model deployment. So these are the features present. And then what about the features? The next one that we have, the next slide. So now let's talk about the next one, which is the interface of this particular RapidMiner Studio. So what is this interface? So interface of RapidMiner comprises of several components. As I told, when you open your RapidMiner Studio, you can see different components coming there. So what are the different components? So see here, first one is repository. So what is the use of repository? It is like a digital filing cabinet where you can store your data, or you can store your analysis, or you can store your workflows, or you can store your models. So what is this one? When you open your RapidMiner Studio, you can observe different components coming. So, sorry, what are the different components? So the first one that we have is repository. And the second one that we have is operators. And the third one we have process, and then parameters, and also help is present at the bottom, or here, anything, anywhere is fine. Help is present. These are the various components present in a RapidMiner Studio interface. So first we are talking about the repository. So repository really is like a central digital cabinet. So what is the purpose of it? It is used in order to, okay, just a second. It is used in order to just save the data, store the data, or store the workflows, or store the models. We will go for repository. How? We will see. So here, if you see, I'll just, if you want to delete this, what you have to do? You have to just select and delete. Anything is fine. So here, repository, under this, you have a lot of data present. So in order to store your data, or store your models, or store your workflows, or store your analysis, you can go for this repository option. So the repository is the first component present in this RapidMiner Studio. And the second one we have is operators. So we will see what is operators. So operators, these are the tools you can use to perform specific tasks like cleaning the data, building the models, visualizing the results, everything. So we have before talked about this. So under the operators, you can see a lot of different options coming. So for data access, for blending, for cleaning the data, for modeling the data, for for validation, for utility, there are different operators coming inbuilt, which we have to drag and drop. So that is why this is one of the important feature present in RapidMiner Studio, which is having rich operator toolbox. So repository is first component, and the second one that we have is operator. And what is the next one? The next one that we have is parameters. So parameters, think of these parameters as customizable settings for operators. So what is this customizable settings for operators? We'll see that. So for suppose, see, I'll just talk about this once we understand how to load the data and all. So here you have parameters coming. So each and every parameter, for suppose if you use any operator over here, anything, just some random. So when we are selecting any operator over here, in order to adjust all these settings, you can go for the parameters. So see, you can select what is the default thing. You have to take the aggregation as you can do whatever you want. So here, there's parameters. Think of these as customizable settings for the operators. You can adjust them to fine tune how the operator should work. Okay, so parameters, think of them as the settings for operators. For each and every operator, you will have a specific parameter coming. So I'll just click on this and delete. I will use some other thing like data access. I'll go for data. Maybe this one. Okay. So see, so CSV file, I have, in order to declare this one, I have to give it a name. So these are the parameters. So parameters are the customizable settings for every operator present over here. So you can just fine tune accordingly with the help of the parameters. And what is the next thing? What is the next thing present? So views. Coming to the most important thing, we have views. So what is the use of views over here? So views shows you the result of your analysis in a visual format. So views shows you the result of your analysis in a visual format, like in the form of graphs or tables. So in this RapidMiner Studio, there are several views available to the users. Like what? What are the different views present? We'll see in this and we'll understand. So if you see here at the top, you can see different views coming like design, results, turbo prep, auto model, and interactive analysis. We won't go for interactive analysis. We'll just focus on the first four: design, result, turbo prep, and auto model. Okay, we'll see what is the purpose of each and everything. So first of all, the RapidMiner Studio is one of the product of RapidMiner, which is a no-code development platform. So this product is available both in paid version as well as free version. And we have also seen how to download, how to install, and how to set up this RapidMiner Studio. And after that, what we have discussed, what are the important features present, like the drag and drop interface, and also the rich operator toolbox, and what else are present, the scalability. Even if we are working with large amount of data, still it is not slowing down the process. And also it will enable the users to deploy the model. So all these features are present in RapidMiner Studio. And coming to the interface. So interface, when we are talking about this, we have seen repository. So under the repository, we will store the data, or we will store analysis workflows, and also models. Anything is fine. And then coming to the operators component. So operators is used to perform specific tasks like cleaning the data. So we have each and every operator for every task. So for data cleansing, there are few operators present. For data access, there are few operators present. And also for modeling, and also for scanning, for validation, for utility, there are different types of operators present, which is nothing but the feature rich operator toolbox. So operators is one more component. And coming to the third one we have here is parameters. So parameters, imagine them as the customizable settings of an operator. For every operator, I've shown you as an example over here. So for every operator that you use in this process, you will get a few parameters in order to adjust according to your requirement. So I'll just delete this one. And what else are there? So I'll go for maybe retrieve. So see, when I just click on retrieve, you can just see repository entry. There is nothing present. If you want to store, you can click on store. So you can click on delete as well. And then what? So copy the repository entry, move it, delete it. And for data cleansing, we have different types present for binning, normalization, and for missing values, duplicates. So there are a lot of things present. Outliers, we have specific. So for every data pre-processing step, we can see individual operators coming, right? So for missing values present, outliers present, duplicates present, everything is present. We'll see all of these things when we are talking about data pre-processing. Okay, coming to the what we are talking about. So this one, parameters are this customizable settings for each and every operator. So in order to adjust your operators, we have to just fine tune our parameters. And the next one that we have is views. So where can you see the views? Like here at the top. So these are the views. First one that we have is design. First we have is design. And second one that we have is results. And the third one we have is, what is the third one that we have? That is turbo prep. And then auto model. So we'll discuss about these 4 views. Okay, these are the 4 views present, everybody. Design, results, turbo prep, and auto model. So when we are discussing about the products itself, we have seen these 2, which are the add-ins present in RapidMiner Studio. And we have also discussed the purpose of these. So this is auto ML, this is for cleaning purpose and all. We'll see each and everything later. Okay, let me erase these. And let me go back to the PPT over here. Okay, sorry. Okay, let us go to the PPT that we are discussing about. So here comes the views. So views, what are the views? Views shows you the results of your analysis in a visual format like graphs or tables. So in RapidMiner Studio, there are several views present which are available to the users, each serving a specific purpose in the data analytics process. So some of the views. So as we have discussed, there are 4 views present. So what are the 4 views? Design view, design, results, turbo prep, and then auto model. So each and every view present in this RapidMiner Studio is having a specific purpose. So RapidMiner Studio, there are several views and each and everything is having a specific purpose. So we will see each and every purpose of each and everything. So let me erase this and we'll go back to the new sheet. Okay, the next one. The next sheet that we have over here is this one. This is regarding what are the views present. Okay, what are the different views present? So first, let's talk about the design view. So what is the use of design view? So design view, okay, just a second. Okay, so we will talk about the design view. So what is design view? So the primary workspace is the design view, which means when we see the views, the first one that we see is design view. So under the views, we can see the first one, design view. So the primary workspace where the users can design and build their data analytics process. So if you want to design anything, you can go for design view. Like what? Drag and dropping the operator to create the workflows and connecting them to get the output and configuring the parameters. Everything you will do in the design view. Just like in Power BI, we have 3 views, right? Like, what is that? Data view, report view, and then last one we have table view and all. Data view is also called as table view and relationship view. Anything is fine. So these 3 views are present. Just like that, we have views present in here as well. The first one we have over here is design view. So what is the purpose of design view? Here, we will use the operators drag and drop, and we will connect each and everything to form a process. And based on that, we will get the response, which is the output. And also for these operators, we will just customize with the help of parameters. All these things we will do in design phase or design view. So this is the primary workspace where users design and build their data analytics process. So what is the first platform users use to design? That is design view. So here what they do, they will drag and drop the operators to create the workflows and connect them and configure their parameters. So it's the central hub for constructing data pre-processing, analysis, and modeling pipelines. So this is about the design view. So I will show you how this design view is working in RapidMiner Studio. Okay, let me just go back to that RapidMiner Studio. Okay, RapidMiner Studio, we are discussing about the design view. So what is design view? Design view is used to drag and drop the operators. So I will show you how to connect them and how to get it. Okay, fine. Let us use any random thing. I will tell the process later. First, we will see what is this one. We have to drag and drop anything. And then if you want to customize, you can customize the operators with the help of parameters over here. And then what? You have to connect multiple things. Like for suppose I've used statistics as well. So how to connect these two? So this one, you have to connect with as input. So this is nothing but connection. So design view, under the design view, if you see, this is the design view that we are working. So this is the design view. So under the design view, what we are doing, we are just dragging and dropping the operators and we are creating the workflows by connecting them. And we are getting the response with the help of this one. This is response. So this is how we will just perform the initial data analysis process with the help of design view. So what is design view once we will see this? So design view is the primary workspace where users design and build their data analytics process. So how? They can drag and drop the operators, they can create the workflows, they can connect them and configure their parameters. So this is the central hub for constructing data pre-processing, analysis, and modeling pipelines. This is about the design view. I hope this is clear for you. And the second one that we have is results view. So what is this results view? Once a process is executed in design view, the results will be displayed in results view. So how we will see when we import the data, this is not there is no data present over here, right? So once we get the data, I'll show you the results. So results view is nothing but the place where we can see the output of whatever that we have done in the design view. So including what? It will consist of statistics like performance metrics and visualizations and other relevant information generated by the process. So I'll show it to you. So this is design and the second one is results. So when you just execute that one, I did not execute anything, so we are not getting any result. So how to execute a process? So here you can see various menus coming, file, edit, process, view, connections, all of these things. So now this is fine. Now I want to work with a new process. Where you have to go? You have to go over process and create, okay. So you have to go over here and click on new process, blank process. So that is how you have to create multiple processes like multiple files or multiple sheets, just like that. Okay. And also to save, you have multiple options, and also edit, you have multiple options. And in order to run this particular thing that you have taken in the design view, under the process, you have run process locally. You can either go for this or simply you can go for this option as well. So what you have to do, everybody, so not just connecting or establishing the relationships or the workflows is not enough. You have to execute it just like a code in Python. You have to execute it to get the output rate. Here, either you can go for this particular start option, or under the process, there is run option. You can go for any one of it. So once you are done with this, you have to just give the connection to the response. So when you give the connection to the response and execute it, you will get the outputs in the result view. Okay, so coming to this particular window, which is the main thing, RapidMiner Studio, here we have discussed what is repository, and we have also seen what is operator and what are the different operators present and how can we customize those operators with the help of parameter customization or fine-tuning the parameters. So this we have seen. These three are fine. Now coming to the views, there are 4 views. First is design. So what is the purpose of design? So design, it is used to drag and drop the operators. And after that, you will create the workflows by connecting them. And we will get the response when we execute it. This is everything is happening, which is the primary thing everybody do in this data analysis process is done in the design view. And the second one we have is results view. So when we execute this one using this option or another option present in process, you will get the output in results view. I'll show it later when I execute something. This is not meaningful. There is no data, right? And next one, coming to the next one, we will see what is the next view present in the PPT. I'll go to my PPT. Here, design view and results view is fine. Now, what is auto modal? So auto modal, we have already talked about this. This auto modal view, it is dedicated to RapidMiner's auto modal feature. What is this RapidMiner's auto modal feature? So this will automate the process of building predictive models. So users can specify the target variable and various settings, and auto model automatically generates and evaluates multiple models, presenting the best performing ones for further analysis. Later, once we discuss about importing the data and all, I'll show you one example how every view is working. Okay, just a normal example, not the real-time one. Okay, so auto model is nothing but in this RapidMiner auto model column or the view present, feature present, it is used to automate the process of building predictive models. So there, users us, we specify the target variable and also the various settings present. And auto model automatically generates and evaluates multiple models and gives you the best performing ones for further analysis, which we have talked about with the help of an example of personal shopper. This is just like that. And the fourth one that we have is turbo prep view. So what is this turbo prep? As we discussed earlier, turbo prep, it provides a user-friendly interface for data preparation tasks like what? For cleaning, for transforming, for manipulating. So all these things, we can go for turbo prep. So what is this? So design, results, output, when we execute it, we will see in the results. And turbo prep is used for cleaning. So see, you can see the options. In order to get these in a build, you have to import the data first. Okay, we don't have any data right now, so these options are not getting highlighted. So transform is there, cleanse is there, generate, pivot, merge, models, charts, process, everything is present under the option which is turbo prep. And the fourth one that we have, which is auto model. So what is auto model? So auto model, in order to create new model, you have to just select the data first and select the task and what is your target variable and give your inputs, and then what are the model types that you want. Select that. Out of those, which is the best one, it will give you the result. So what is this? If you see here in the auto model, first you have to load your data. Then you have to select what task you want to perform. And then you have to give what is your target variable and what are your inputs. And based on that, you have to select the model types. Out of those model types that you have selected, which is the best one, it will be giving you as output. So this everything happens under auto model, which is the fourth view present in our RapidMiner Studio. So what we have seen, everybody, we have seen 4 views: design view, and then what? Results view, turbo prep, auto model. So design, what is the main purpose? We will drag and drop the operators and we will establish the connections. We will execute them. Every primary task is performed in the design view. And then the second one we have is results view. Whenever we execute the process that we have done over here, the output will be seen here. So not only that particular output, we can see performance metrics like statistics, visualizations, and other general information. Everything can be seen under results view. And then the next one, turbo prep. It is used for cleaning, transformation, merging, charts. All of these options are available under turbo prep. And auto model, it is used in order to create models, which is the best one according to your requirement. As I told, first you have to import the data. After importing, you have to give what is your task. And then you have to select the target variable. And after giving the target variable, you have to give your inputs. After giving the inputs, you have to select which models you want to try. Out of all the models, what is the best? It will be your output, which is the result. So everything is present under auto model view. So these are the 4 important views present. So first one is design, results, turbo prep, and auto model. So let me erase these. Okay, let me go back to the design. Now you can see all the others like repository, operators, parameters coming. Okay, so I'll close this one. Okay, fine. Now what we are talking about what are the other components present. So we'll go to the PPT. So these are the views present. Now we'll go to the new sheet. So this new sheet, see here, what are the further things? So process is there and help is there. So process is nothing but the central part or area where you are doing everything. So this is where you like see the sequence of steps. So here, this is your process. This is your process. So under the process, you will just write everything in sequence, every step in sequence, which you will see under the process. So this is one more important component, process. And help is there. Where can you see the help? You can see the help over here as well as here. So if you want to watch the tutorials, or if you want to join community, or you want to see the documentation, you can just go to help and check it out. So this is the interface or various components present in RapidMiner Studio. So what is it? So we have seen downloading and installation and setup, and we have seen the features. And now we have talked about the interface. How is it looking? Repository, operators, parameters, and 4 different views. One is design, second one is results, third one is auto model, and fourth one is turbo prep. And along with that, we have process and help as well. So process, this is where you see the sequence of steps you have used in your analysis. And help, it's like having a guidebook right there in the software to help you understand how to use RapidMiner and troubleshoot any issues in your that you encounter. So these are the various components present, which is nothing but the interface of RapidMiner Studio. And coming to the next thing, what is the next thing? So the next thing is data in RapidMiner. So this is another important thing. So what is data in RapidMiner? So data may be inbuilt or you can import. It is based upon our requirement. So in RapidMiner, there are some inbuilt sample data present, like what? So we will see inbuilt sample data. So where is it present? It is located within the samples folder in repository panel. So what is it, everybody? So this inbuilt sample data. So data in RapidMiner, it may be inbuilt or it may be like the data that we manually import. Anything is fine. So inbuilt data. So inbuilt data is basically present under repository panel. We have talked about repository, right? Where it is present? It is present at the top left corner. Top left, you can see repository. Under the repository, we have samples folder. So there are a lot of different folders present. So within the sample folder, we can see, sample folder present. Within this sample folder, there are a lot of data sets which are defaultly provided by RapidMiner, which is used for demonstration purposes and practice purposes. What is it, everybody? So here, there are some inbuilt data present. So what are these inbuilt data? So these inbuilt data are the default data sources this RapidMiner offers us for performing demonstration or for practical purposes. These are useful for practice purposes and all. So where can we find them? So these inbuilt data sets can be found under the repository panel. Within the samples folder, we can see all the data sets coming. So you can explore all these and use these data sets directly within the RapidMiner without needing to import them. You can explore and use these data sets directly from RapidMiner without needing to import them. Why do we have to import? There is no need because these are defaultly present in RapidMiner. We don't have to import them. So let's see where these default data sets are present in RapidMiner. So let's go back to the RapidMiner. Let me delete these things. Okay, let us go back to the RapidMiner window. So this is my RapidMiner. So I don't want my last process. Fine. So this is my RapidMiner over here. So what we are talking about like, so under this repository panel, we have samples folder. So what is that told before? So here we can find the inbuilt data sources. Where can we find the inbuilt data sources? So these are present under the repository within the samples folders. So under the repository panel within the sample folders, we can see the inbuilt data sources. These are useful for the users for practical purposes or anything. So we don't need to import the data. Why? Because these are defaultly offered by RapidMiner Studio. These are defaultly offered by the RapidMiner Studio. So we will just open it and see what are present. So under the repository and under the first one, which is samples folder. So I'll just click on the sample folders over here. And we have a lot of different folders again. Now I'll go to data. So see, there are a lot of different different data sets coming. So where we can see under the samples, under the data and processes. These are the different processes. These are the templates. These are the time series. If you want, tutorials are also present. So anything is present. So under the samples folder, under the repository panel, you can get the data folder. Within that, you have a lot of data. So how can you just use that data over here in the process? So you can just drag and drop because this is drag and drop interface. Just drag and drop it. So what did I do? I've just used the data which is already inbuiltly present in RapidMiner Studio. I've just dragged and dropped it onto the process. So this is the process. This is repository. These are operators. This is the process. And these are the parameters. And these are the views which we have already seen. Okay, so now when I click on this, will I get the like when I go to results, will I get the data? No, I'm not getting it. Why? Why? Because not only dragging and dropping is necessary. We have to execute this, whatever that you have taken in the process. How to execute? You have to first connect this to the response. So this is out is nothing but output. You are just connecting it to the response. And after connecting it, when you go to the results, still you're not getting anything. Why? Because we have not executed that one. So in order to execute what I told, you can go to process, run the process, or you can go and directly click on the start. Anything is fine. So click on start. So now under the results, you can see this data coming. Everybody understood? What did I do? So as this data in RapidMiner is of two types, like what? One, there is already some inbuilt data present in RapidMiner Studio. And second one, the data that we want to import. Okay, I have shown you the first one, which is in like using inbuilt data sources present. So how can I just go back? You have to click on design view. Okay, when I click on design view, I will see the complete every component present over here. So repository, so under the repository panel, we have samples folders. Within that, I have data folder again. Within that data folder, I've selected Titanic data. So what did I do, everybody? So as we have talked about, there are inbuilt data sources present. So within this inbuilt data sources, we are going to the repository panel, which is on the top left. So going to repository, and then under that, we have multiple folders present. Within that, I am selecting samples folder. So within samples also, we have again multiple subfolders. Within that, I am selecting data. And within the data folder, I have a lot of data sets present. Within that, I have selected Titanic dataset. So I don't know what is present in that. I just randomly use that particular data source. So inbuilt data sources are defaultly present in RapidMiner Studio. You can use them for practice purposes, or you can import the data as well. For this inbuilt data sources, there is no need to import the data. So I've gone to repository and I've gone to samples folder and I've gone to data folder, which is present in samples, and I have just dragged and dropped Titanic particular data set. I just dragged and dropped Titanic data set. Where I have dragged and dropped, I've dragged and dropped it onto the process. So this particular empty space is process. Process from the repository panel, I dragged and dropped Titanic onto the process. After that, under the results, can I see the output? I can't see it. Why? Because I did not execute what did I create in my design view. So first what I have to do, I have to establish output to the response, a connection. And after that, you have to click on the start or the process. Anything is fine. I've clicked on simply the start. If you want to stop in between, you can click on stop. But I don't want to stop it, so I've clicked on start. Once you click on start, it will start executing and we will redirect to the results page where we can see our data. So I'll show you the data once again. So I've executed this before. So I'll go to the results. So under the results, you can see the data coming. So what did I talk about the results view? What did I talk about the results view? It not only shows the output, it also shows the statistics, visualizations, what are all present in our data. We did not create any visualization, so it will be empty. And statistics, coming to the statistics, let's see what is present under the statistics of the results view. So statistics, see here, for every particular column present in Titanic data set, what is the data type and how many missing values are there? And what is the statistics like? What is the least value and what is the most? And then what are the other values present? Everything is shown under the statistics. So data and statistics and also visualizations, we did not create anything. If you want to create, you can go here and create. Everything is present under results view. Okay, we have seen now the inbuilt data sources present, everybody. So in RapidMiner Studio, we can import the data or we can just use the inbuilt data sources as well. Anything is fine. If you want to delete it, how you can delete? You can just select it and delete. Okay, this is nothing but deleting. Now what else? Now what else? We'll go back to the PPT. So the data in RapidMiner is fine. Now what else is there? Now importing external data. So what is importing external data? So if you want to work with generally we will work with sample superstore, right? So if you want to work with sample superstore in RapidMiner Studio, what you will do? There is that is not defaultly or inbuiltly present in RapidMiner Studio. So you have to import such external data sources. So how to import? So first of all, first point, what is it? You have to click on import data option on the left hand side under the repository panel. So under the repository panel, we have import data option. We have to click on import data. Okay. After that, we have to select the location and file from which we want to import the data. Okay, I'll go back. Now I'll select from my computer. Under this, I will just select sample superstore. I'll just check it whether it is present or not. That is an Excel file. So here, sample superstore is present here. So I'll just select this one. So what did I do? In order to import external data. Okay. In order to import external data, under the repository panel over here, you have import data option. You have to click on import data, and then you will just select whether you want to just import the data from your database or from your computer. Select your location and select your file and click on next. So I'll go to the PPT. So import data under the repository panel, select the location and then click on next. After that, you have to follow steps to configure the import settings like file path, format and other details. That is optional. So I'll show you. So this is where my file location is under the documents. I have an Excel file, which is sample superstore, because this is the data that you are mostly familiar with. So I'm using this one. And now I'll click on next. After I click on next, see here, sheet. This is belonging to sheet orders. If you want returns, you can keep returns. If you want people, you can keep people. Anything is fine. So I want to show orders. Okay. Cell range is from A to U column. And then this is fine. This is fine. Now, if you want to change it over here, you can change it. Okay. If you want to define headers row, if you don't want to define, you can just uncheck this one. Or if you want to go for another sheet, you can go for another sheet. Anything is fine. So select the cells to import. I want to select orders table to import and AU and also headers I want. Now I'll click on next. Now what else? Just give it a second. Now, if you want to format your columns, you can format it accordingly. Like what? So, for suppose, click on the drop down over here. If you want to rename, if you want to exclude this column, if you want to change the data type, everything else you can do, which is formatting your columns. So what we are doing, everybody, we are importing an external data, which is a sample superstore, an Excel file present in my computer or a system, whatever it is. So I want to import that into my RapidMiner Studio. Now what I have to do? So that is not a default data source. Now, how can I import it? So you have to go to the repository panel and click on import data. And you have to select whatever the source that you're getting it from. I'm getting it from my computer and that is an Excel file. So it will show you all the Excel files. So within this, I will select sample superstore. You can double click or single click and next. Anything is fine. After that, we have to select whatever the cells that you want to import. Limit the data generally. So I don't want to limit it. I just want all the columns and I'll click on next again. And then what? You have to format your columns. So format your columns like you can rename the column, you can exclude the column, and you can just replace the missing values with errors or change the data type. Anything is possible over here. I'm not changing anything. I'm just clicking on next. Okay. So now where you have to store the data, you have to specify. I want to store it in my local repository. So where can you see this local repository? Local repository is present under the repository panel itself. So under the repository panel, we have seen before samples folder. Along with that, there is one more thing, which is local repository. Within this, I want to save it under data. Okay. So local repository data, we will get the sample superstore and click on finish. So now it will just import our data. So where can you see it? So see directly it got it because I did not take it into process and executed it. We just loaded it. So I got it in the results. Okay. So Under this local repository, in the repository panel, I got data folders. Within that, I've got sample superstore, which is an Excel file. So everybody understood how to just import the data and use the inbuilt data sources. I'll tell you one more time. So first we have inbuilt data or sample data present, which is defaultly provided by RapidMiner Studio. So for this, we have to go to repository panel. Repository panel. Within that, you have to select samples folder. And within the samples folder, we have to go to data folder. And within the data, you can select whatever the data set that you want. I have selected the data set which is Titanic. Okay, this is nothing but inbuilt data sources which are defaultly present. So with these every dragging and dropping happens in the design view. If you want to get the output, whatever that you have created in the design view, you have to take it to the response. After taking it to the response, you have to execute it. You have to run it. Click on the start button. Okay, once you execute it, under the results view, you will get the output. And what else? Along with the output table, which is data, along with the data, we can see the statistics as well. Like whether how many missing values are present in every column, what is the data type, and all of those things we can see it here. What is the minimum value in each column? What is the maximum value in each column? Every statistical data can be seen here under the results view. And also if you want to create the visualizations, you can create it under the results view. That is the second view. Okay, and then what else? This is about the inbuilt data. Now, if you want to import external data, what you have to do? If you want to import, go to the repository panel where you have import data option. So repository panel, import data option. In that import data option, you have to select your location. So I have selected within my documents, I have an Excel file sample superstore. So I just imported that one. So select your file location, wherever your file is present in your system. And after that, if you want to just limit the records, you can just limit it. You can do the formatting or you can do whatever you want. And also limit the number of records, like whatever the sheet that you want to work with. All these things you can do it next. And after doing this, you have to click on next again. Now you have to format your columns. So what is formatting the columns means? Format your columns. Like you can change the data type. You can just exclude that column, or you can just, what we can do, we can just replace the missing values with errors. Everything you can perform under this format columns. After formatting, you have to click on finish. Once you click on finish, it will ask you in which location you want to just get this imported data set. So what did I do? Under the repository panel, I have local repository coming. So under the local repository, under the data folder, I got my sample superstore. Okay, so importing, how to import the external data. So first of all, repository panel, I'll write it here. Repository panel, under that we have import data option. Within that, I have to select my location. And after selecting the location of my file, I have to click on next. And I have to limit if I want to limit, and which sheet I want to work with, I will give it here. And again, click on next. And if you want to format your columns, you can format it and click on finish. Once you do all these things and click on finish, it will ask you, where do you want to get your imported data set under which particular folder? So I have given it as under the repository panel, I have local repository. Within this, I have data folder. Within that data folder, I should get sample superstore. So once I'm just done with the importing of the sample superstore data set, I will get a results view of table data. That will come under results view. So this is how you can use inbuilt data sources as well as you can import the data sources in RapidMiner Studio. I hope everybody understood this one, how to import the data and all. Next, we will see what is present. What is there next? This one is done. Inbuilt data and importing the external data. Now we will see how to load the data from a CSV file into RapidMiner Studio. So how to load the data from a CSV file into RapidMiner Studio? First, to load the data from a CSV file, we have to follow the following steps. First step, we have to launch the RapidMiner Studio. And second one, we have to create a new process. So both of them are done. I've launched my application, which is RapidMiner Studio. And the second one, I've just created a new process. This is empty. I did not do anything here. So this is empty. And the next thing, what I have to do now. Okay, second step is done. What is the third step? So the third step that we have is import the data operator. Okay, so in the operators panel, navigate to IO category, find read CSV operator. So in order to import a CSV file, what you have to do? You have two ways. I'll tell you the first way and the second way. So the first way is, this is the second way. First, let's talk about the first way. So the first way is directly through the import data. So import data, when I click on this import data under the repository panel, it will ask me for the location. I should give the location here. And if I just click on this file types, I have directly CSV here. So CSV, I have a lot of data present. I'll just go to returns. Returns, that is in sample superstore, we have people, orders, and returns, right? I have returns copied it as CSV, just an example purpose. So CSV and next, I don't want to change anything. So I'll click on next again and again next and finish. So I got the output. So where did I got it? Under the data itself. So this is one way of importing a CSV file. How to import a CSV file into RapidMiner Studio through the import data option that we have seen before. What is the second thing? What is the second option that we have? The second thing that we can do is, first we have to launch this application and then we have to create a new process. And later on, you have to use the operator, which is read CSV. Instead of searching for all these operators by checking every data present here, you can just use your search bar. So I want read CSV operator. So you can see read CSV. So once you found this, you have to drag and drop it onto the process. So drag the read CSV and drop it onto the process. Now what you have to do? So import the data, find the read CSV operator, now drag and drop it onto the interface, which is this process. So this is fine. Now what is the next step? The next one is you have to configure the parameter. So you have to double click on the operator that you have dragged and dropped onto the window. You have to double click on it. Then you will specify the location of the CSV file you want to import, and you have to give the path directly or use browser. Anything is fine. And click on next. What is it? I'll go back. So you have to double click on this operator and it will ask you for the location. So mine is CSV. So select the file that you want to import and next, finish. So when you do this read CSV option present, you won't get it under this particular repository panel. Under the repository panel, you can see the datasets coming right. So whenever we are using read CSV, this is just for the temporary purpose. Okay. So what did we do? We have just imported a CSV file. We have imported a CSV file into the RapidMiner Studio. So how did we do it? Sorry. How did we do it? So the number one, the first option that we have is import data. So just like we have discussed before, we have import data present under the repository panel. Under the repository panel, import data is present. So you can go to that. And when you are selecting the location, you can give the file type as CSV. That is one thing. And after the process of formatting your columns and clicking on finish, just like we have seen before, you will get to the place where you want to get your imported CSV file. I am giving it as local repository within that data folders. This is one way of importing a CSV. What is the second way? So new process, you have to get a new process. And within that new process, you have to use the operator read CSV. Just drag and drop it. Drag and drop read CSV. After dragging and dropping, you have to double click on it. You have to click on it. After clicking on it, it will ask you for the file location. So give your location and select the file and click on next, and finish. You will get the data in the results view. That is another way. But if you observe the difference, so whenever you are using this particular method of importing a CSV file, you won't get it under local repository. You won't get it added under the local repository. This is just for temporary purpose. But if you want to use the data that you have imported later as well, you can go for this import data option. So these are the two ways present to import a CSV file into the RapidMiner Studio. So import data is the one option and read CSV operator is another option. So let us see what else is present in that particular PPT. Just I'll clear these things. Now, I'll go back to my PPT over here. So once I just give my path or browse my location and click on next, I will get the next one, which is optional, which you want to format, you can format and click on finish. After you click on finish, you will get the results like this. If you want to format it. And after that, you will run the process, which is nothing but you will get the results in the results view. And then you will get the results. This is how you can import a CSV file into RapidMiner Studio. And then these are the discussions that we had about RapidMiner and also the basics of RapidMiner. So what are those up to now? What we have discussed, let's revise one more time and we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so what is this, everybody? Here we are discussing about what, let me open. I'll delete this. So what we are discussing about in this particular PPT that we have seen right now. So we have seen, first of all, we have discussed data mining. First of all, we have discussed the data mining. Let's have a quick recap and then we will move on to the next one. So the data mining is there. And then there is one more thing, which is no code development platform. There is the next one, which is no code development platform. And then we have the third one, which is the combination of these two, which is our tool, which we are concentrating more in the session, which is RapidMiner. So what is this RapidMiner? RapidMiner is a no-code development tool for data mining purpose. So in this RapidMiner, what did we see? So what is the RapidMiner? So what is this tool and which company got this tool? And then what else? What are the uses? In which industry we can use this RapidMiner? The uses we have seen and what are the just like advantages, disadvantages, and what are the different products present? Like RapidMiner Studio, RapidMiner, what is that? AI Hub, RapidMiner Auto Model, RapidMiner Server, all of these products we have discussed. So what are the different products present? And then how to download and install and also set up a RapidMiner, and also in which industries we are using it and which data sources does this RapidMiner supports, the data sources. And also after downloading and installing, we have seen what are the features present. So what are the features like dragging and dropping, and then the operator, high operator toolbox, all of these features we have discussed. And then what else? We have seen the interface as well, which is much more important, the graphical user interface. So interface consists of a lot of different components like repository panel, operators panel, process, views, and then parameters and help. These are the different options present in the interface of RapidMiner Studio. And we have seen the purpose of each and everything, design where you will just do the entire process, which is starting place where everybody works with the data analysis, works in workflows, everything. And here we will drag and drop the operators and we will customize the operators using parameters. And also we will establish the connections. And after that, when you execute it, the results will be shown in results view. And results view, we will see results, which is data. And then we will also see the statistics of every column in that particular data set. And also we will see the visualizations if we create any. So these things we can see under results view. And the third one is turbo prep. This is used for cleaning, transforming, merging, creating charts. All of these things we can use for turbo prep. And auto model, as we have seen the example of this as a personal shopper. So when we just give the data, you have to first import the data. And after that, you have to select the type, like which prediction you are going to do. You have to select it. And after that, you have to give your target variable. And after giving the target variable, you have to select your inputs. After selecting the inputs, you will select the models that you want. Within that, what is the best model? It will be given to you with the help of auto model view. So these are the different few important models present. We have seen the interface, and also we have seen the data in RapidMiner. So data in RapidMiner, which is first one is inbuilt data. And the next one is the data from external data. Inbuilt data and external data. So these are the two different types of data present. So inbuilt data, these are the important things. You have to remember these things. So inbuilt data, which is the data which is defaultly present in RapidMiner Studio. Where can we see this one? This can be seen under the repository panel. This can be seen under the repository panel. So let me, I'll clear this auto model. Okay, so we are talking about the inbuilt data sets present. So the inbuilt data sets, where can we see those? Under the repository, we have different folders. Within that, we have samples folders. And if you want to see the data sets, you have to go to data folder. Data folder within the samples folder under the repository panel, you can see the inbuilt data sets. So how can you work with that? Drag and drop onto the process. This is the process over here. Whatever the steps which you are arranging in sequence, these are present within the process. So these are the inbuilt data sources. And coming to the external, if you want to work with external data sources, you have here import data option under repository. So under the repository, you have import data option. Just select that option. It will ask you for the file location. Give your file location. And after that, you have to, that is not have to, that is optional. If you want to restrict the data that you want to get only this amount of data, you don't want the headers coming. All of these things you can just do the customizations after giving the file location. And after that, you have formatting the columns as well. You can format the columns and then you can just click on finish. It will just get added under wherever the location you give. I given my location of sample superstore under the local repository within the repository channel and within the data folder. So this is how I can import my external data. And within this also, we have two ways. So first, using repository panel import data option, or you can use read options or operators present in operators panel. So before we have seen, so not only read Excel or CSV is present, there is read JSON, read CSV, read text, read Excel. Every different operator is present. Depending upon your file, you can use it. But what is the difference? So when you use this read CSV operator, drag and drop it over here. And after that, you have to click on it. Once you double click on it, it will ask you for the file location, just like the same. So give your file location and click on next, and finish. If you want to format your columns in between, you can format it. If not, you can ignore. So give your file location. And after that, if you see the difference between this external importing option, which is import in repository, and read operators from the operators panel, the difference is this will get added under the repository panel. This will get added. So here, these data sources that we have read, these are not getting added in the repository panel. So these are for temporary purpose, just working and leaving. But here, if you want to use it for the future purpose, you can go for import data option. So these are the various things that we have seen in this particular PPT. So let us see that PPT one more time, whether we have missed anything or not. And then we will see one example of sample superstore over here. We will see all these options present and we'll move on to the future thing. The further section, whatever we want to talk about. Okay. So the first one that we have is agenda. We are finished with introduction to the RapidMiner and how to download and install, and features is done, and data in RapidMiner also we have completed. Okay, now let's see an example that we can do in that particular, RapidMiner Studio with the help of sample superstore. So data mining, and then what are the no-code development platforms, and RapidMiner products, and then advantages, disadvantages, and what are those uses in industries, and what kind of data sets that we can process, and how to download and install, and also how to set up. And after that, what are the features present, and what is the interface, different views and components, and what is the inbuilt data, and how to import external data, and how to load data from CSV. We have seen all of these things. Okay, so let us just move on to the next example that we can do in RapidMiner. So I'll go back to my RapidMiner studio over here. So in this RapidMiner studio, I'll just show you one example. Like what? So here I've already loaded two. One is CSV and another one is Excel. So let's see sample superstore. So in order to use this, what you have to do, you have to drag and drop it onto the process. So whatever the data source that you want to use, you have to drag and drop it onto the process. And after that, when you go to the results, you can't see the result directly. Why? Because you have to execute that process first. Okay, go to the design view, and here you have to execute it. How? When you click on start, it is not executing. Why? Because we have not established the connection. So always you have to establish the connection between output and response. That is when only you will get the output. Okay, so what is the thing that you have to do, everybody? So first, you have to use the data whatever you want, whether by importing or the default inbuilt data sources present. Whether by importing the data or using the default data sources, anything is fine, which is nothing but inbuilt. Okay, so here we are using importing or default. Anything we have to just drag and drop onto the process. Okay, we have to drag it and drop it onto this process over here. After this, in order to get the results in the result view, you have to execute it, which is nothing but clicking the start button. How to execute it? You have to establish a connection. So what is that connection? You have to establish the connection between the output and response. Once you establish this connection between output and response and then click on the start, you will get the output in results view. What is it? Once drag and drop the data that you want to use in the process, and after that, you have to establish the connection between output and response. Then you have to click on the start button. After that, you will get the data or the result or the output in the results view. So let's see what is the output after I execute. Let me clear this. I've established the connection here. After establish the connection, I am clicking on my start button, which is execute. So see, it directed back to the results view where I can see my data. So see here, you can see at the bottom, what you can see at the bottom? You can see at the bottom, what are like how many number of records are present and how many number of columns or attributes are present. So total 9,997 records are present. And also I have got 21 columns, which I got imported from my documents in my system. Okay, this is the results data once I execute it. And if you want to go for the statistics, you can go for the statistics. What is the statistics? We'll see. So I'll just go back over here. And here I have statistics. So under the statistics, if you observe, we have all columns present. So for each and every column, this is row ID is one column, order ID is another column. So total of 21 columns are there, right? 21 columns. So for these 21 columns, what is the data type? So row ID is an integer. And in the row ID, we don't have any missing values. Okay. There is a column called row ID, which is having from 1, 2, so on, 999, all these things are present. So row ID column is having only integer values and it is not having any missing values. So the missing value is 0. And statistics, what else is present? Minimum is 1, maximum is this much, and average is this much. So that is shown for every column. Row ID, order ID, and then order date, ship date. So this makes sense, like minimum, maximum, average for numerical data. For order ID, this is not making much sense. This is a lower, this is a average. This is not making much sense. So ignore this. This is just the general statistics that you will get by default when you just connect with some data. Okay. So now I'll just scroll to the right and see. So these are all things present. When I scroll down, you can see for all the particular columns present in my sample superstore, which is 21 columns. Okay, and this is about the statistics part under the design view. So what did we discuss up to now? How to import the data and how to just use that imported data onto the process, how to execute it with connecting to the response, and how to get the results in the results view. Once you get the results, you have your data, and along with that, you have statistics. So statistics is nothing but this information, the basic information. And if you want to create the visualizations, you can go for visualizations and create it. How? So see here, I've already created this one. Maybe I'll go for some other chart. This is already present. Okay, so I have created a simple plot. This is a bar column chart. So when you click on this drop down, you can see all the different types of charts. You can choose whatever you want. I will choose this one. So see, this is a bar horizontal chart. So like for this, the x-axis is sum of sales. If you observe, the x-axis over here is sum of sales. So this is sales, and then I've aggregated with the help of category. So category is present on the y-axis. So I've just aggregated the data. What is aggregation? So sales should have some aggregation rate. In Tableau or Power BI, we have taken. By default, summation will come. But here also, it will take sum, count, minimum, maximum, average, anything you want, it will take. Standard deviation, variance, anything is fine. So here I've taken sum of sales along with the category with the help of bar horizontal plot type. This is how I create visualizations for my particular data set that I've imported. Okay, so now what else? What else? You can customize further. How can I customize further? So here, if you want to have sortings, this is not sorted, right? This is the 836. This is 718. This is 741. This is bigger than this one. So I will just sort based on value. So see, it will get sorted accordingly and give you the values. So if you want to sort it in ascending or descending, you can mention. I want descending. I'm not changing it. And then what? If you want to color based on category, now every category will be coming in different colors. So see, technology in one color, furniture in one color, office supplies in another color. I don't want anything. I'll just keep it to none. Okay, so this is how you can just customize your charts. And if you want to add the labels, you can add it. How? So see, under the general, you can see the display mode where you want to see it. Circular, spider web, you can just explore these things. And under the x-axis, you have axis styles and plot lines. You can just change it over here. Axis color, if you want it, give your color. If you don't want, you can change it. So everything you can just go over it. And y-axis. So y-axis also you have this axis styles and also plot lines. And if you want to have label, you can go for label. So label style, label font, I want to make it bold. So that is how you can just change whatever you want. This became bold, see? That is y-axis, no? This became bold. Now what else? So title, if you want to change the title, you can change it. So I just want this title to be bar horizontal. Yeah, I will name it as bar horizontal. Okay, so if you want it to be in the center, you can keep it in the center. If not, you can change accordingly. So title font, I want it to be in bold. And if you want to increase the size, you can increase the size. And subtitle, if you want to add it, you can add it, but I don't want to add. So legends. So legends is nothing but the color. We don't have any colors, so this is fine. And tooltip, you can add the tooltip. Show tooltip or you don't want to show. So all these things you can customize. Okay, all these things you can customize. This is nothing but a simple visualizations that you can create in results view. So design view to create the process and to connect, to establish the connections and to execute it. Every steps we can see it under the design view. And the results view, we can see the output, which is under the data. And we can see the general statistics of every column under the statistics. And we can create simple visualizations with the help of visualizations here. And the next one that we have is turbo prep. So what is turbo prep? If you see here the turbo prep, you can see first you have to load the data. So click on add new data with the help of load data. So I am loading with the help of, okay, I will use sample superstore itself. So local repository under the data, I have sample superstore. So in order to work with turbo prep, you have to import the data first. I have imported sample superstore. If I want to clean, if you want to transform, if you want to clean, if you want to merge, if you want to cleanse the data, you can do it here. So, but this data is very clean. You don't have any missing values. So clean, see, auto cleaning. You can just click on these options. You can do whatever you want, improve the quality. Click on the data column you want to predict later. So I want to predict sales. Okay, so sales is done and click on next. This is random. We will see others later. Okay, now the table is just for your information. RapidMiner will automatically remove the columns highlighted below since they have a very low quality for machine learning. So it is just analyzing which columns out of 21 in sample superstore is having low data quality. Why? Because I've checked for auto cleaning over here. So this is auto cleansing. So now by default, these columns will get removed by RapidMiner Studio. So we will also replace all the missing values for remaining columns, but we don't have any in this data set. So change the types. If you want to change it, you can change it, but I will keep it as original. If you want to change it, you can change it here. Okay. I want to keep it as original. And next. Next one is handle numbers. Finally, RapidMiner offers two choices to potentially improve the quality. Principal component is the way to reduce the number of columns by mapping the data points. Normalization is another thing. What you will prefer? I will prefer normalization. And click on next. So see, summary, apply auto cleansing. So target column is sales. Whatever the columns that we have low quality, those are removed. And whatever the missing values are present, those are replaced. And I've gone for normalization technique. And I click on apply auto cleansing. So now if you observe, there are only 14 columns present. So if you observe at the bottom, so totally there are before 21 columns. But now after the auto cleansing, we have 14 columns. Why? Because remaining other columns are having low data quality. That is why those got removed. So 14 columns out of 14, 6 are nominal, 6 are numerical, and 2 are date columns, which is ship date and order date. So this is about turbo prep. As I told, this is used for cleaning, transforming, and also creating the charts, and also merging, creating pivot tables, everything you can do with the help of turbo prep. This is just the sample of it. Turbo prep. Now let's see the fourth one, which is auto modal. I'll just clear this one. So the next one that we will see, that is auto modal. I'll go to auto modal. Here also first you have to load your data. So I will go with local repository data, this one. Okay, I've selected my data, which is local repository, sample superstore. Now do you want to find the outliers, or do you want to identify the clusters, or do you want to predict the values of a column? What you want to do, you have to select. So I want to detect the outliers. Okay, so I want to detect the outliers and I'm selecting next. Whatever the option that you want, you can choose it here. So outliers, now what? We have to 19 columns are selected out of 21. Here you can see the checkboxes. So based on which columns you want to find out the outliers. So ordinarily this is not required, no? So I'll deselect all. Okay, fine, I'll select all. Okay, so I've selected 19 out of 21 columns and I'll click on next again. We'll see what happens. Now the modal types. So they remove the columns with too many values, extract date information, and then extract text information. If you wanted, you can check in this one. But no text columns are present, so it is not enabled by default. Okay. Percentage of outliers. If you want to increase, you can increase. And click on next or run. So if you want to stop it, you can stop it in between as well. Just give it a second. This is taking some time. Okay, so up to now what we have discussed, design view, results view, turbo prep and auto model. You can choose whatever you want. It is still processing. It is taking some time. Okay, this is the basic idea. I want to give you the basic idea of this, how to work on these different types of views present in RapidMiner Studio. So we'll just work on it in the further session completely. This is just the basic example. So I have just imported an Excel file from my local system, which is sample superstore. And after that, what did I do? I've just dragged and dropped it into my process, onto my process, where I have to execute it. In order to execute it, I have to establish a connection. So still it is running. So up to then, we will discuss what we have discussed up to now. So first of all, what did I do? First, I've imported the data, which is sample superstore, which is present in my repository panel. Okay, and then what did I do? I just dragged and dropped it onto the process. I've just taken this into process, and after that, I have to execute it. So in order to execute that one, what I have to do, I have to just establish a connection between the output and the response. When you establish the connection and execute, it will give you the data in the results view. This everything happens in the design view. And after that, once you execute it, you will get the output in results view, this one. Results view, within the results view, you will get the output data, which is sample superstore data. So within that, you can see how many number of columns and rows are present. And after that, you can see within that data, statistics. In statistics, you can see for every column, what is the minimum value, what is the maximum, what is the average, all of those things. And also you can create a sample visualization. So I've created a sample visualization, which is bar, horizontal bar. So I've created horizontal bar. How did I create? I've taken on the x-axis sum of sales and on y-axis category. So as you know, in sample superstore, we have 3 different categories present: furniture, office supplies, and technologies. So for these 3, what is the respective sum of sales for all the records? I've shown it in the form of a bar chart. So, and then I've just made some arrangements like sorting these and coloring these and just making the bold and changing the title. Everything you can further customize. This is nothing but the results view. And then what did I do? After the results view, I've just gone to the turbo prep. If you want to clean your data or transform your data, you can go for the turbo prep, where I have just cleansed, which is auto cleaning. Within that, I've removed the low data quality columns. So it just became 14 out of 21. So out of 21 total columns, I got 14 right now. And if you want to go for modeling or outliers, you can go for auto model view. So this is taking a lot of time. Okay, ignore it. So this is about the basic of all the views and all the components are the interface of RapidMiner Studio. So let me delete all these things. So this is taking time. I'll just click on stop. Maybe we'll change here the columns. Fine. Okay, this is about the 4 different views present over here. If you want to just make it happen, you can just take some other thing, like I want to predict the sales. And I want to give the target. Prepare the target. And then select the data, what you want to select. I will just remove everything. And I'll just give only based on what are the different states present, what are the different customers. You can just select whatever you want. I've selected few columns and next. So select whatever that you want, the models, decision tree, random forest, gradient boosted trees, and click on from. It will just execute and it will show which is the one that is having the results more. This is also taking some time. And whatever the results that you get, if you want to export it, you can export it. So this is about the basics of what you can do in each and every view in this RapidMiner Studio. Okay, now let's talk about the next one, which is EDA. So EDA, before talking about EDA, let me open Let me open my mind map of 360DigiTMG regarding the data science. So if you see here, before going to the EDA, you have to learn all these basic things. So the first step is business understanding. So within that, you have to understand what is our business problem, what is our objective, and what is the business constraint, and what is the success criteria. All of these things you have to understand. So I'll just tell you a simple example for a business problem and all. So for suppose there is a bank. There is a bank. So this particular bank, what it is doing, it is giving loan to particular people. So it is offering loans. So what is our business problem is like a particular proportion of customers. What is it? Some proportion of customers are unable to repay the loans. So what is it? Proportion of customers are unable to repay the loans. Are unable to repay the loans. So this is our business problem. So in order to solve this business problem, what is the objective? We have to minimize the loan defaulters. So whoever is not paying the loans, we have to minimize them. That is our objective, so that everybody, like whoever pays the EMI at right time, so for those people, we have to provide the loan. So we have to minimize the loan defaulters. And what is the business constraint? By eliminating all these things, we have to maximize our profit. So if everybody pays the loans, we will have profits at most rate. So maximize the profit is our business constraint. So this is a general example. So before moving on to the data preparation and all, you have to know the basic things. So the business understanding, first of all, the business problem. This is the business problem here. So the proportion of customers, some of them are unable to repay the loans. And business objective, we have to minimize the loan defaulters, and our constraint is maximize the profits. So objective is done, constraint is done, success criteria, depending upon the project that you're working, you will have the success criteria. So if it is a DA project, you will have business success criteria and economic success criteria. If it is DS project, business success criteria, ML success criteria, and economic success criteria. So you already know about the basics. Okay. And also, it is recommended to write the objective in 2 to 3 words. Objective and constraint. This is our objective. This is our constraint. So try to just limit the words of objective and constraint to 2 to 3 words. And also, it is always recommended to use minimize and maximize terms for objective and constraint. And coming to the project charter, this is the first document that gets created for every project. So these are the basics present under business understanding. These are the basics present, everybody. So success criteria 3 are present, and project charter, the first document gets prepared. So these are the basics of business understanding. And after completing the business understanding, the second one that we have is data understanding. So what is this data understanding? Under the data understanding, you have again 2, which is first you have to know the data types. What are the different data types present? So there are different types of data types present, like continuous data, discrete data, structured data, unstructured data, big data, and then batch processing data, everything, different types of data types present. So everything you have to get an idea. So continuous, discrete, quantitative, qualitative, structured, semi-structured, and unstructured data, big data versus non-big data, what is cross-sectional, what is time series, what is balanced, what is imbalanced, what is batch data, and what is live streaming. You have to understand the data types of different data. Okay. And after that, we have this next one, which is data collection, whether you are collecting the data from primary data sources or the secondary data sources. So if it is primary, from which surveys or experiments you are getting that data sources, you have to understand everything. So after business understanding, you have to go for the second one, which is data understanding. So after going for the data understanding, once you're done with that, you have to go for the third one, which is data preparation. So under the data preparation, you can see EDA coming over here. Now let's discuss about the EDA normally, which includes different business movements. Okay, let me open this one. So coming to this is exploratory data analysis. EDA stands for. This is also called as descriptive analytics and descriptive statistics. What is it? Now we are about to discuss. We have seen all the basics of RapidMiner Studio. and what is the interface and the purpose of each and every component present, and how to import the data, the basics we have learned. Now we have to see what is EDA process and how can we do those business movements in RapidMiner Studio. Okay, so before understanding or doing this data preparation step, which is exploratory data analysis, you have to first go for business understanding, then data understanding, then you have to come for exploratory data analytics. Okay, so coming to this, in this we are about to discuss what is a random variable, what do you mean by probability, and what do you mean by probability distribution. And we will also see inferential statistics and the first moment of business decisions, which is measures of central tendency, and the second moment, which is measures of dispersion and expected value. We'll discuss about everything in this particular like a session we have. Sorry. So the next one, first we will about to discuss about probability. So I'll just make this a slideshow. Just give me a second. Okay, so we are discussing about the probability over here. So what is probability? So what is probability? How can we explain this probability over here? So probability is nothing but it is a way to measure. It is a way to measure how likely something is going to happen. Something may be any event. Like here we have seen seeing a rolling die rate. So any event, how it is a way to measure how something is going to happen. How likely something is going to happen. Okay, so what we are talking about, this probability is nothing but a way to measure how likely something is going to happen. So we will talk about the example clearly later. So you already heard about this word in the school time onwards, I guess, is something is going to happen. So what is the formula for this? So you will have a basic formula which you have already learned. So probability is nothing but, probability, the formula is number of interested events divided by total number of events. Number of interested events by total number of events is the formula to find out the probability. So we will see what is this interested events and what is this total number of events. So let us see what example this slide is giving. So first of all, probability is a way to measure how likely something is going to happen. And the formula to find out probability is number of interested events divided by total number of events. And suppose here we have an example. You have a roll, you are rolling a single die. Here you can see the dice rate. So this is a single die. So now what is the probability that the outcome may be? So when you are rolling a die, so when you are rolling a single die, so how many numbers, how many dots you can see, whether if you throw or a die over there, the outcome may be 1, or it may be 2, it may be 3, it may be 4, it may be 5, or it may be 6. So these are the possible outcomes present when you just roll a single die. What is it? These are the possible outcomes present when you are rolling a single die. So either it is 1, either it is 2, either it is 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 when you are rolling a die. Okay, these are the possible outcomes. Okay, fine. So now we have to find the probability. How can I find the probability? There are few questions given over here. We will see what are those questions. So first, what is the probability that the outcome be bigger than 3? What is bigger than 3 over here? So for this particular question, we have to find out the probability. How can I find out the probability for this? So we have all the possible outcomes present over here. Out of these 6, which are bigger than 3? So 1 is not bigger, 2 is not bigger, and 3 is equal to 3 but is not bigger than 3. So 4, 5, 6 are bigger than 3. So there are 3 values which are 4, 5, and 6 which are bigger than 3. So what is the probability formula? So here we have probability formula. So probability is equals to number of interested events by total number of events. So total number of events are 6. Out of 6, how many are bigger than 3? Only 3. So the probability of outcomes when the condition is bigger than 3, whenever you are rolling a die, is 3 by 6, which is equals to 1 by 2, which is nothing but 0.5. This is the probability. Okay. Now, we will see the second example. What is the second thing given here? Okay. When it is equal to or bigger than 3, what is the probability of outcome when it is equal to or bigger than 3? So, equal to or bigger than 3 out of 6, equal to 3 is nothing but 3 also will come into the count. So, 3, 4, 5, 6, total 4. So, 4 are the interested events or the possible outcomes and 6 are the total, which is equals to 2 by 3 is equals to 0.667 or something. This is nothing but the second question probability. So probability is nothing but a way to measure how likely something is going to happen. So we can see the formula coming over here, which is number of interested events by total number of events. And if we are rolling a die over here, the probability may be different types, so different outcomes. So whenever you are rolling a die, the possible outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And if you want to find out the probability of the outcome, when it is bigger than 3, so bigger than 3, there are 3 values present. So the interested events are 3 and total number of events are 6. 3 by 6 is equals to 1 by 2, which is nothing but 0.5. Similarly, for the second example, we will see the third one as well. What is the third one present? So smaller than 4. What is smaller than 4? So when you see here the 6 possible outcomes, smaller than 4 are 1, 2, 3. So this one is also 3 by 6, which is equals to 0.5. So why this is also 3? Out of 6 values, outcomes present over here, how many are smaller than 4? So that is not smaller than or equal to, just the smaller than. So 1 is smaller, 2 is smaller, 3 is smaller, 4 is not smaller. So 3 values are present, 3 by total, 3 by 6. So this is nothing but the probability. And what else? And what else? There are other questions present. Okay, there is one more, which is greater than 2 and less than 6. What is it? So, what are the values present? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. These are the possible outcomes. Out of these, how many are greater than 2? 1 is not greater, and 2 is greater. 2 is fine. 2 is greater than 2 and less than 6. It is satisfying both the conditions. 3 is greater than 2. Oh, sorry, 2 is not greater than 2, right? 2 is equal to 2. There is no equal to. So this is also not there. And 3, coming to 3. 3 is greater than 2 and also 3 is less than 6. It is satisfying both the conditions. And 4 also. 4 is greater than 2 and 4 is less than 6. 5 is greater than 2 and 5 is less than 6. And coming to the 6. 6 is greater than 2, but it is not less than 6. So these 3 values are satisfying this condition. So the probability, how can I find out? This is 1, 2, and 3 divided by total number of events 6, which is again equals to 0.5. This is how you can calculate the probability for every event based upon the condition provided here. So we will see whether any other questions are there. So this is about the probability, everybody. So what did we see? So probability is nothing but it is a way to measure how likely something is going to happen. And also probability can be calculated with the help of the formula number of interested events divided by total number of events. And here we have an example like we are rolling a single die. When we are rolling, there are different possible outcomes present. So outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So these are the possible outcomes present when you are rolling a die. And out of those outcomes, I want to find out the probability of the outcome for each and every case which is provided under here. So bigger than 3, equal to or bigger than 3, smaller than 4, and greater than 2 and less than 6. This is how we will calculate the probability. And we will go to the next slide. Before that, I'll just clear all these things. So this is about probability. And going to the next slide, which is about random variables. So what is random variables? So a random variable describes the probabilities for an uncertain future numerical outcome of a random process. So when you just listen to this, you may not understand clearly in the first time itself. Like a random variable describes the probabilities for an uncertain future numerical outcome of a random process. Like what? For suppose, imagine you're just you're just understanding this by dividing it into 2 parts. Like what? Just take random and variable. Let's see what is a variable. So random variable is a variable because it can take one of the several possible values. What is it? And the next point, it is random because there is some chance associated with each possible value. Okay, let us see with the help of an example. Okay, so here there is an example provided which is flipping a coin. So here we have an example which is flipping a coin. So when you are flipping a coin, what may be the possible outcomes present? So the outcome, it may be heads or it may be tails. Anything is possible. So we have different varying outputs present. So that is why it is called as a variable. So it is a variable because it can take one of the several possible values. It can take either heads or it can take tails. Anything is possible. So that is why random variable is a variable. And coming to the random part, what is random? So random because there is some chance associated with each possible value. What is the chance? So how much is the chance of getting heads when you flip a coin? What is it? How much there is a probability or the chance? Anything is fine. How much is there the chance? How much is there the chance to get, that is C, the chance to get heads when you are flipping a coin? When you flip a coin. When you flip a coin, how much is the probability or the chance is that to get heads? So as we have already discussed, probability is equals to number of interested events by total number of events. You already know about this. I'm writing it for your understanding. Okay. Number of interested events by total number of events. So here, in order to calculate the probability of heads, so out of 2 total events, heads is present only once. So the probability of coming heads when you flip a coin is 1/2. And the probability of tails is also same. So there are 2 possible outcomes, heads and tails. Out of this, tails is 1. So 1/2, that is 0.5. What is it? So when you are flipping a coin, you have 2 chances of getting the values, 2 possible values are there or 2 possible outcomes are there. That is heads or tails. That is why it is called as a variable because it can take any one of the several possible values. And then why it is random? Why it is random? Because it may be heads or it may be tails. So there is some chance associated with each possible value. How much is the chance? So in order to get the tails, the probability is 0.5 and the probability to get tails is also 0.5. So this is associated with each possible value, the chance. So this is called as random. So now this flipping a coin is nothing but a random variable. This is nothing but a random variable. Sorry. This is called as a random variable. So now you understood, right? So random variable is nothing but a variable which can take any one of the possible values, either heads or tails in this case, or you can also take like what, it is random. Why? Because the chance of getting each one of the possible outcome is present. That is why it is random. So this is called as a random variable. Okay, this example, flipping a coin is fine. Now we will take the same example just like before. Like we have, what is that? Rolling a single die. We are rolling a single die just like before, the same example. I'm not changing this one. Okay, so rolling a single die, this is also a random variable. Why? Because when we are rolling it, the possible values are 1, 2, 3 up to 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the possible values. So these are varying. That's why it is called as a variable. And also we can get each one of these particular outcome have a chance of getting as output. So how much is the probability for this one? So P of 1 is equals to total outcomes are 6. So 1 is present 1 time. So 1/6. And this is 1/6 again. So 1/6, 1/6, 1/6 for 6 times. So these are the probabilities of each one of the outcome getting. So this particular example, rolling a single die, is also called as a random variable. Okay. And also, when we are talking about a random variable, random variables are always represented with capital letters. That is nothing but uppercase. So random variables are represented with the help of uppercase, either X or Y. Or you can take A, you can take B, you can take C, anything is fine. So random variables should be represented with capital letters. And whatever the events or the possible events or outcomes present, those are represented with the help of small letters like for X, X1, X2, X3, and for A1, A2, A3, all these things are present. Okay, so what we have seen, a random variable is a variable because it can take one of the several possible values, and it is random because there is some chance associated with each possible value. We have seen an example of flipping a coin and also rolling a die over here. And also you have to keep in mind, so for suppose, as I told, a random variable can be always represented in capital letters, and whatever the events this particular distributed outcomes are present, these are represented with the help of small letters. Imagine there is a column age, and there are a lot of possibilities present for age like 20, 40, 33, 11. All of these values may be possible for age column. So now age over here is a random variable. Why? Because we have various events and we have various possible outputs, several possible outputs are present, and these are also having each and everything the chance to getting as an output, which is random. So this is random variable, so I'll represent in capital letter, and these are all the events, I'll represent them in small letter. So this is how we will represent. And there is one more thing which is called probability distribution. There is another word which is there, which is called as probability distribution. So what is probability distribution? So a probability distribution is nothing but whenever the probability is distributed across variant events, like this is the probability. So the total probability is distributed across different outcomes or events present over here. So this probability is 1 by 6. This is 1 by 6. And for all the 6 outcomes, every probability we have distributed across. So such type of distribution is called as probability distribution. So always when we add the probabilities of all the events, when we add the probabilities of all events, it will be always equals to 1. Like when we add all of these together, this is the probability distributed across 6 possible outcomes. It will be equal to 6 by 6, which is equals to 1. And also similarly here, you have heads and tails, 0.5 plus 0.5 is equals to 1.0, that is equals to 1. So whenever we have probability, if it is distributed across multiple events like this, that is called as probability distribution. And when we add all the possible outcomes of, all the probabilities of the events present, it should be always equals to 1. This is about probability and random variables and probability distribution. So what we have seen, probability is nothing but it is a way to measure how likely something is going to happen. So we have seen the formula for probability, which is equals to number of interested events divided by total number of events. And we have also discussed what is a random variable. We have seen few examples over here like flipping a coin and rolling a dice and all. So let me just clear these drawings. Okay, this is one example present. And I'll just do this one. Okay, there is one more example present over here, like the emotions of a person. So like a person is not neutral all the time. He may have different emotions present. So that is also having different possible outcomes, which is varying. So this also comes under random variable. Okay. And coming to the next one, which we have already discussed, which is probability distribution. So probability distribution is nothing but when the probability is distributed across multiple events, that is called as probability distribution. So here we have taken an example, which is the daily sales of Apple iPads at store X. So there is a store present. Within that, we are noting down the values of daily sales of Apple iPads. So if you see here, if you see here in the example provided below, so I can't scroll it right now. So, but here we have mentioned 100 days of data. So 100 days, what is the sales happened of iPads? We have noted it down. Okay. When you observe here under the sales column, you can mention or you can understand what are the unique values present. What are the unique values present? So some days the sales of iPads are 0. And some days it is 1, and some days it is 2, and it is 3, and it is 4, but not extended 4 if you observe. Okay, so we have taken an example for probability distribution. So probability distribution is nothing but when the probability is distributed across multiple events, that is called as probability distribution. And then here we have taken an example of daily sales of Apple iPads at a store. Here we have 100 days of data and we have just noted down the sales, how many iPads were sold on a particular day. So on day 1, 0, day 2, 4, day 3, 2, and so on. So the unique values present in this column are 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now what happened? We'll see it. So if you observe, it is plotted in the form of a table. So imagine I have told you there are 100 days of data present, right? Out of 100, there are 40 days where the sales of iPads are 0. 14 days, the sales of iPads are 0, which means how to find the probability for this? Probability of 0, which is this particular event, is equals to number of interested events. So how many number of days are with 0? 40. So total how many number of days? 100. So 40 divided by 100 is equals to 0.40. So this is exactly this one. Okay, so these are the unique values. So sales is varying the output. So this is a random variable. So random variable is always represented in capital letter. So X. So 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 are the values, and what is the probability? Probability of X, which is 0, is 0.40. Why? Because 40 days out of 100 are having the sales of 0. And here 25 days, and here 20 days, and here 5 days, and 10 days. When you add together, it will be 100. So 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. So total 100 days of data is present. Out of these, 40 days are having 0 sales, 25 days are having 1 sale of iPad, 20 days are having 2 sales of iPad, and 5 days are having 3, and 10 days are having 4. So these are the data, and for each and every unique number present in the sales, I have found the probability. Now, when we are representing this probability distribution in the form of table, when we are representing this probability distribution in the form of table, that is called as probability distribution table. When we are representing the probability distribution in the form of table, that is called as probability distribution table. So here, this is probability distribution table. So instead of going through probability distribution table, we can also represent them in the form of tables or charts. So we can represent in the form of table, which is probability distribution table, or we can also go for the charts. So how can we go for the charts? Let us see, which is provided over here. So this is a chart over here. So when you see this chart, let me clear the drawings over here. Okay, when you see this chart, so as I told, when we are representing the probability distribution, it may be in the form of table or it may be in the form of charts. Anything is fine. So when we are going for charts, what is happening? Here, we are talking about 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is random variable. And here we are talking about, what is this? Probability. So this is how you can plot a chart. So before also we have seen in RapidMiner how to plot a chart like this. We will just create a chart like this, just like this. Just give me a second. This is done. Okay, let's open up a RapidMiner. So before opening that, I'll just show you a data set that I've created. So let me clear the drawings. Okay, so the data set that we have created, let me see what is the one that I've created in this documents, I guess. I've created the similar data set, which is sales per day. Just a second. So here, this is the one. Let me open it and show it to you what columns are present in that particular data set. Okay, so here's our data set, which is sales per day. So I have just created 2 columns. One is day and one is sales, just like before. So I have entered 25 days of data and I have shown how many sales are happening in that particular 25 days. So I'll use this data source in RapidMiner Studio and I will create some sample charts for that. So how? I'll go to my RapidMiner Studio. I'll go to design. I'll just delete everything that I've created. Okay, so now let me use sales per day. So what is that data source? Is it an Excel file or is it a CSV? We'll check it. Okay, first what I do, if you want to get it added over here, you can add it. If not, you can go for read CSV or read Excel. Anything is fine. So let me import the data. So I'm importing the data which is present in my computer, and I'll check it whether it is a CSV or Excel. I think it's an Excel. Sales per day is not present, so it is a CSV file. So it is a CSV file. So in order to use the operator over here, you have to use read CSV. Okay, so sales per day is present. Just click on it and click on next. So I'm just connecting with the data. I don't want to change anything. I'll click on next again and again next and finish. I want to save it under the data itself. So finish. So this is my data. I got it in the results view. So if you see the statistics, you can see it. No missing values. Minimum is 0, maximum is 4, and minimum is 1, and maximum is 25. And visualizations. Now I want to create the visualizations. So see here, I will just create any chart. It is up to you. So here, okay. So if you see here, so 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if you want to get it like exactly the same, you can go for the bar column. Anything is fine. So if you see here I've taken sales on x-axis, which is the random variable, and how many count are there. So if you just over here, 10 at present, which is having 0, and then 6 days is having 1 sale of iPad, and 3 is having 2, and then 3 again having 3, and then again 3 days is having 4 sales. So this is how you can plot a visualization chart in RapidMiner Studio as well. Okay, here you can use whatever the aggregation you want, count, sum. If you count it, you will get the probability like that. Okay, so this is how you can just create the visualizations, which I have shown you before as well. So this is a bar chart. If you want to create it, you can go and create it over here. Histogram for suppose. So see, this is a histogram. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are 3, and this is 6, and this is what? This is about the histogram or creating the visualizations in RapidMiner Studio. Now let's go back to our PPT, what we are discussing about. So this is about probability distribution, probability, and also what is it? Random variable. Now let's go to the mind map and check it out. So here, if you go to the left, you can see here the probability coming. So when you click on probability, here you can see the formula number of interested events by total number of events. And probability distribution, random variable is present, and random variable, so continuous and discrete. Okay, we'll talk about continuous and discrete. So, okay, let's go back to here. Okay, continuous and discrete. Here, if you see over here in this particular slide, just a second. In this particular slide, if you see here, the random variable over here, is discrete or continuous, you have to understand. So this is discrete. Why? Because we can't enter the values in this particular column with decimal places. So I can't tell like how many number of sales that you make on this particular day, that is 4.2. That is not making any sense. So this data comes under discrete data. So such type of probability distribution when we are working with discrete kind of random variable is called as discrete probability distribution. What is it called? It is called as discrete probability distribution. And when it comes to the next one, which is continuous, for suppose I am just talking about the amount of sales, discrete probability distribution, sorry. So for suppose now we are talking about the amount of sales. So I have day, and per day, what is the amount? So one, I have 2,000. And for second day, I have 4,000. So I can just mention this amount column in decimals also. This makes sense. So if you have continuous type of column as random variable, such type of probability distribution is called as continuous probability distribution. So whenever your probability is distributed across multiple events, that is called probability distribution. If the random variable is discrete, that is discrete probability distribution. If it is continuous, it is called as continuous probability distribution. Okay, this is one thing that we have missed talking about. So this is about probability distribution. Now again, let me go back to that mind map and check it out. Okay, this is about continuous and discrete. And also now we will talk about inferential statistics. Okay, what is inferential statistics? So if you see here, inferential statistics, imagine you are about to find out whether the users are interested or happy about the battery life of iPhone or not. So what is it? So here we have a situation like somebody asked us to find out like most of iPhone users, whether they are happy about the battery life or not. Whether they are happy about the battery life or not, this is what we have to find out. Okay? This is what we have to find out. Now, imagine out of all the population present in the world, so there are maybe 100 million people using iPhones. Just an example, okay? So 100 million people using iPhones. So out of 100 million, how can you find out whether most of the customers are happy about the battery life or not? How can you find out for 100 million of people? How can you find out that one? So for that, we have here the second one, which is sampling frame. So this is sampling frame. So what is sampling frame? So sampling frame is nothing but, so this is optional. This is not the thing that everybody does. So this is an optional step. So what is a sampling frame? So as I told before the example, instead of going to 100 million customers and asking whether they are happy about the battery life of iPhone or not, we can just like analyze the data. So whenever I analyze the data, I have understood like 80% of this total population, 80% of population are present in maybe UK. 80% of population of iPhone users are present in UK and US. This is the thing that I've understood. So this is called as sampling frame. So instead of going and working on the entire population, which is taking a lot of time and which is also not feasible thing to do, we can go for a sampling frame. So sampling frame is optional, as I told. So it is nothing but here in our example, 80% of population, they are coming under UK and US. So we can just like examine these customers and we can get most of the output regarding this battery life, whether they are happy or not. So this is nothing but sampling frame. And in order to do that, we have a lot of techniques. One of it is simple random sampling. What is this? That is simple random sampling. So simple random sampling is nothing but it is one of the blindfolded technique, we can call it. So here we don't see any bias like what out of 80% of population, I want to check only female customers, whether they are happy or not. Or I want to check only male customers, whether they are happy or not. We are not biasing anything. We are just overallly applying this technique. This is called as simple random sampling technique. And later on, we will get some sample. So we will take some sample out of this 80%. I will examine 20% of people or customers present in US or UK. So out of this 20 customers review, I have just got the inferences. What is this? So out of 20% of customers present in UK and US, I got the inferences like most of the people are happy about the battery life of iPhone. Happy about the battery life. So what is inferential statistics? When you are working on large amount of data, you can go through all these steps. That is up to you which technique you want to use, whether you have to go for sampling frame or not. This depends on your business problem and the data also. So here, if you are drawing any inferences from the sample, that type of statistics is called as inferential statistics. So you will just convey the message like, yes, most of the customers of iPhone are happy about the battery life. This is the inference that I have drawn from this particular process. So this is called as inferential statistics. So up to now, what did we discuss in this particular EDA module? So first of all, you have to do the business understanding, and which consists of business problem, business objective, business constraint, and the success criteria. And later on, you have data understanding. So in the data understanding, you have data types and data collection. And after that, we have gone to the third one, data preparation. Within that, the first one, we are discussing EDA, explanatory data analysis. Before going to that part, we have discussed probability and what is a random variable and what is a probability distribution and what is discrete probability distribution and what is continuous probability distribution. And after that, we have seen inferential statistics. Now let's move into what are the business movements present in EDA process, exploratory data analytics. So we'll check it out. This is about inferential statistics. When we are drawing some inferences from the sample of data, such type of statistics is called as inferential statistics. So let me clear this. And the next one that we have is the first moment of business decision, which is measures of central tendency. So what is this measures of central tendency? So here, why this is called as first moment of business decision, let's talk about it. Okay, for suppose imagine there is a bank. Take any bank, anything is fine. So there is a bank. The management of the bank, they are talking about a few things like their branches are present in different locations. So it is in Singapore, it is in Malaysia. You can take few areas. Anything is fine. Okay, these are present in various locations. So now what? So the management of these banks are talking about the initial questions that they are getting in their minds, like, so how much salary they are paying to the employees which are present across these locations? How much salary he's paying, or how much loan was given for education purpose from these branches of banks. So these are the initial questions that anybody gets. So initial questions. So that is why this is called as first moment of business decision. So first moment, what are the initial things that we just focus on? That is nothing but the first moment business decision. So what are there under the first moment? What are there? So there is mean, and this is the population parameters and sample statistics, and median, and also mode. Okay, let's talk about these first. Okay, so what is this one? What is this? So if you observe over here, okay, sorry. If you observe over here, there are three first moment business decision. One is mean, second one is median, and third one is mode. Okay, so mean is nothing but for a population. We have already talked about 100 million is a population. Out of it, 10% may be a sample. So for population, if you want to find out the mean is equals to number of events. Okay, you have to add all the events divided by total. For suppose, there is, okay, we will see it in the form of Excel. That will be very clear for you. So always this population parameters mean is indicated with the help of mu. The first moment business decisions mean is always indicated with the help of mu. This is a Greek notation. And also for population, you have to use capital N. And when it comes to sample, it is indicated with X bar, and sample is indicated with the help of small n. So capital N represents population. And then what? Small n represents sample. Okay, this is capital N and small n. So population parameters and sample statistics. So there are three business moments, first moment of business decisions, mean, median, and mode. So first, let us see in the form of an Excel, what is these three? What are these three? Let me clear the drawings. Okay, let me open the Excel sheet for you. So we will see how can we find mean, median, mode, standard deviation, everything in RapidMiner Studio as well. Okay, let me open the Excel file. Just give it a second. Okay. So we are discussing about the first moment business decision. We are discussing about those. Now what? So under these we have mean, and we have median, and we have mode. These three are present. So first of all, let's take a data set. So I'll just take a data set, which is A, and I will take some random numbers. 1, 2, 3, sorry. Okay, these are some numbers present. Okay. Okay, so now I want to find the mean of this data set. So what is mean? So what did we discuss about mean before? So mean is nothing but here, mean is nothing but, imagine this is a population or this is a sample, anything is fine. So mean is equal to sigma I is equals to 1 to n x I divided by n. So this is our formula. So I here, what is it? Here we can write it as I is equals to 1 to, there are 5 values, so 1 to 5. So what we can take it as x1 to 5, x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 plus x5 divided by n. How many total are present? 5 are present. So how can I write it as, this is equals to summation. This is summation. I don't try to need to write it, but in order to understand, I've written it. You can take commas. Okay. So here, this is nothing but, you can just remove this one, just wait. Okay. Okay, so what we are writing the formula to calculate mean. So mean is nothing but, we have to add all these values and we have to divide it by 5, which is nothing but 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. This is nothing but 5, 9, 10, 15. So 15 by 5, which is equals to 3. So this is nothing but the mean of this particular population. So we'll calculate it in Excel as well. It is 3. Remember, I'm just clearing this. So now let's go back to this Excel. I'll just zoom it a bit. So we are calculating mean for this. How to calculate? We have to use a function average. So average of this particular data set, enter. So that is 3. Okay. Now I'll take one more data set. I will take one more data set. Here the values are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 700. Or we can take 1000. Anything is fine. Okay. So I have got one more data set over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1000. So now if I want to calculate the average, I can just drag it like this, or you can write the average as well. So what is the average of this particular data set? That is 202. So when we compare the data set here, most of the values are similar, but there is one value present over here, which is nothing but an extremely different value here. This is an extreme value, which is also called as an outlier. You already know about outliers. Whatever the data that is extremely present in a particular column, which is different from the other, that is called as outlier. Whether it is small, whether it is extremely large, anything is called an extreme value. So we will talk about these outliers detailedly in data preprocessing section. But right now we were talking about mean only. So now, what is it? This is nothing but an outlier. So because of the outlier, you have got like a lot of change or difference in the mean value. You have a lot of difference in the mean value. So what is the main point over here is, in first moment business decisions, mean will get influenced by outliers. Mean will get influenced by outliers. So when you are having outliers in your data, you always go for median instead of mean first moment business decision. So what is it? First moment business decision consists of 3, mean, median, and mode. And mean will get easily influenced by outliers. You can change the like you can see the difference in the output over here. If you have one outlier in your data, you can just see for other data sets as well. And what is median? So median is nothing but, it is the middlemost value. So like what? So I'll just take the same. I'll copy it here and paste it here. So now the centermost value, what is the center value? The center value is nothing but 3, which is nothing but median. Median equal to 3. Now I have one more data set. I'll just copy. Now in this I have 700 over here. Okay, this is one more data set. So I have 700 over here. Now what is the median over here? How can I calculate median for this? So median, as I told, this is the middlemost value. So first, when we use median function, it will sort our data. After sorting, it will just take what is the middlemost value present. So in this data, this is not properly sorted. So we will sort it like 1, 2, 4, 5, and then 700. So when you take the middlemost value, it is 4. There is not much change. So even though there are outliers present in our data, median is not getting influenced. So median will not get influenced by outliers. Okay, so mean will get influenced by the outliers and median will not get influenced by outliers. So you can take other example. So this is odd number of events happening over here. If you have even, you have even number of events present. Now for this, how can you calculate median? So median is nothing but the middlemost value. But here we have even number of events. So when you have even, the centermost two values average is the median. The centermost values average is the median. So if you see here, the centermost values are 3 and 4. So 3 plus 4 by 2, which is equals to 3.5. So when I calculate is equals to median of this range, it will be 3.5. So see, that is nothing but the median. So mean is nothing but the average of values, which is nothing but the sum of all the values divided by total, and median is the middlemost value. And when you have even number of events, the middlemost value, you will calculate it as the average of whatever the two values present in the center. And mean is getting influenced by the outliers. Median is not getting influenced by the outliers. And for suppose you have categorical data. You have categorical data, like for suppose, imagine we have sales. So sales, like a few people or few companies are telling their sales are low this year. Some people are telling high. Some people are telling moderate. And again, some are telling low. And another company is telling high. And again high. And again high. So this is nothing but the categorical data. So when we have categorical data, can we calculate mean or median? No, we can't go for or calculate. We can't calculate mean or median. So in such cases, you have to go for mode. So mode, how can I get the mode for this? So equal to, so whatever is the most repeated one. So what is most repeated out of these? So high is repeated 4 times. So high is the mode. So whatever the value that is repeating multiple times, that is nothing but the mode. Okay. So when you have categorical data, you can't find the mean for this data. You can't find median, the center value, because we can't sort this rate. So mean and median, we can't find it when we have categorical data. So in such cases, you have to go for mode. And also for suppose you have another situation like what? Low and again low. So low is present 3 times and high is also present 3 times. Then what is the mode? The mode will be 2 values, which is high as well as low. So such type of situation when you have 2 modes present, that is called as bimodal. Sorry? That is called as bimodal. This is one mode is present, which is unimodal, and 2 modes are present, which is bimodal. If you have more than 2, that is multimodal. And when you have more than 1, which is bimodal, so it indicates the presence of clusters or segments. We'll talk about this later, what is clustering and all. Presence of clusters or segments. So this is nothing but the introduction of the measures of central tendency. So measures of central tendency is nothing but the first movement of business decisions. So within which we have mean, median, and mode. So mean is nothing but the average, median is the middlemost value, and mode is the value that is getting repeated multiple times. And mean is getting influenced by the outliers, and median is not getting influenced by the outliers. And when we have categorical data, we can't calculate mean or median, so we can go for mode. And when you have unimodal, it is fine. When you have bimodal, it indicates the presence of clusters or segments. So this is a simple introduction of measures of central tendency. Let us go back to our PPT. So this is measures of central tendency. Okay, and now let's talk about the next one, which is measures of dispersion. Okay, let's talk about the next one, which is measures of dispersion. So the word dispersion is nothing but variation. What is it? The word dispersion is nothing but variation. So what is variation? So variation is nothing but, imagine, as we have taken the example before, there is a bank present, right? The management of a bank present in 2 different locations. They want to know management of a bank. It is present across 2 different locations. One is Malaysia and second one is Singapore. So out of these two locations present, they want to understand what is the previous 6 months profit of each location. They want to understand whether there are any fluctuations present or it is constantly going on the profits. They want to understand the pattern. So previous 6 months of profits, they want to understand the pattern. How much is the variation from the average value? Imagine this is the average. This is the average value. And now we will plot all the data points. Well, like for the first month, what is the profit? Second month, what is the profit? For two different locations, Malaysia and Singapore. Now we will see whether the fluctuations or variations present or not. Okay. So see, this is first month profit in Malaysia and second month profit, third month profit, fourth, fifth and sixth. So now when they just combine these lines or dots together, you will get some lines. See, this is the variation. So from the average value, the first month variation is this much, which is connected by a line, and second month variation, third month variation, and all these things. Now we are connecting those data points in order to understand the pattern. So this is how the fluctuation is going. And also this is the imagine this is a band. So this from this point to this point, the fluctuations are happening for the last 6 months of profit in Malaysia region. Okay, in Malaysia location, when we are about to calculate like the previous 6 months profits, how much it is fluctuating from the average value, we have just plotted this in the form of a chart over here. So this is the band in which the profits of the last 6 months in Malaysia location are fluctuating. Now let's see the next one, which is for another location. So this is also how much fluctuation is happening when we compare with the average. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 months of data. Same the variation. And when we just connect those dots, we will get a pattern and the bands, the same. So this is the band and this is the band. Within the limit, we are having the fluctuations. Okay. So now when you just want to apply any conditions or find out anything where you will go and apply all those mean, median, mode, all these things where you can find out and estimate what is the future profit of the next month. So if you want to forecast the future profit of the next month, coming month, how can you forecast based on the historical data? So when you go for the historical data, for this location, here we have these particular fluctuations happening in this band and these fluctuations happening in this band. So the fluctuations are more in Singapore when we compare with Malaysia. Why? Because the band is lesser. Here the band is broader. So if you want to forecast the data, it is much easier to work with Malaysia data because the band is much lesser. So we can just forecast easily when we compare with this particular location. So that is nothing but the variation happening, which comes under measures of dispersion. So we have few examples like in chocolate, how much percentage of inserts fragments are allowed. That is nothing but an example comes under the variation. Okay, that is a few examples present. And let me clear these things. Okay, so coming to the measures of dispersion, it is called as second moment business decisions. It includes variance, and then it includes standard deviation, and also it includes the third one, which is range. Okay, so variance is nothing but what we can tell. Variance is the square differences of each and every data point with the mean. Like for suppose, we have the data points like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, what is the variance for these data points? How can I calculate? So variance is nothing but the square differences of each and every data point with the mean. So first calculate mean. So what is mean? Average. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, which is 15, divided by 5 is 3. Mean is 3. Now, what is variance? Variance is indicated with the help of sigma square. And this is a population. So this is capital N. And this is sample. So this is small n. So sample statistics variance is S square and standard deviation is S. And then sigma square, imagine this is a population. So sigma square is equals to, first one is each data point 1 minus 3 square. You have to add all the square differences of each data point with the mean, then you will get the variance. So 2 minus 3 whole square plus 3 minus 3 whole square plus 4 minus 3 whole square plus 5 minus 3 whole square divided by total, which is 5. So 1 minus 3 is minus 2 whole square is 4 plus 2 minus 3 is 1 square is 1 plus 3 minus 3 is 0 square is 0. And then 4 minus 3 is 1 square is 1. 5 minus 3 is 2 square is 4 by 5. So 4, 5, 9, 10. So 10 by 5 is equals to 2. So variance of this particular population is 2. So variance is nothing but sum of the square differences of each data point with the mean is nothing but variance. And what is standard deviation? Standard deviation is square root of variance. So this is root 2 is standard deviation. So for a population, it is indicated, variance is indicated with sigma square and standard deviation is indicated with sigma. And whereas for sample, it is indicated with S square, the variance, and standard deviation is S. And coming to the range, maximum minus minimum. So these are the simple things present, which is measures of dispersion. So let me clear this. The second movement business decision is done, and the first movement also we have discussed. And then next we have the last one, which is expected value. So what is the expected value? For a probability distribution, the mean of the distribution is known as expected value. So the expected value refers to what one would find if they repeat the experiment in infinite number of times. Like what? So imagine you are you are rolling a die. You are rolling a die for infinite number of times. When you are rolling a die infinite number of times, you have to find out what is the average of all the outcomes. When you are rolling a die for infinite number of times, you have to understand the average of all outcomes. How can you find out? With the help of expected value. So what is the formula for expected value? So you have to take is equals to 1. Here see x into p of x. So here, what is the probability? There is 1 by 6 for 1. Oh, okay. And also 1 by 6, 1 by 6, 1 by 6 and so on. So for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, these are the possible outcomes. According to that, you can find how much is the expected value for when you roll a dice for infinite number of times is equals to, how can I find out? So 1 into 1 by 6 plus the second one is 2. So 2, what is the probability of it? 2 into 1 by 6 plus 3 into 1 by 6 plus 4 into 1 by 6 plus 5 into 1 by 6 plus 6 into 1 by 6. So how much? 1 into 1 by 6 is 1 by 6 plus 2 by 6 plus 3 by 6 plus 4 by 6 plus 5 by 6 plus 6 by 6, which is 6. So 5, 9, 10, 13, 15, 21. So 21 by 5, which is equals to 3.5 or something. This is 5. Oh, sorry, 6. 3.5. So here 21 by 6. So the average of all the outcomes in when you roll a dice infinite number of times is 3.5, which is find out with the help of an expected value. So expected value is nothing but for a probability distribution when we do an action for infinite number of times, what is the average of all the outcomes that we can get with the help of expected value. Here I've taken an example, rolling a die infinite number of times, what is the average of all the outcomes? I got it with the help of expected value formula, which is 3.5. So this is about the basics of first movement business decisions and second movement. So now let's see in RapidMiner, how can I get mean, median and all? So let me close this one. Let me go back to this one. This is the RapidMiner over here. So how can you get the mean value? So let me go to the design and I'll use the sample superstore for this. So sample superstore, drag and drop and execute it. So just make the connection and start. You got the data. Okay. Now, here you don't have to perform mean, median, mode, variance. Individually, you don't need to do that. So here you have an operator called as extract aggregates. Here we have a concept called as operator, which is extract aggregates. When you use this extract aggregates, So here, this data output should be the input to this extract aggregates. And under the parameters, you can customize the operator. So if you want sum, mean, what you want, you can check it out. You can check this and execute it. Once you execute it, you will get all the details. So what is the minimum? What is the maximum? What is the mean? What is the median? And what is the standard deviation? What is the kurtosis? What is the skewness? Everything you got it in a one go. So this is very much easy to work with, which is RapidMiner. So in today's session, we have discussed a lot of things like introduction to RapidMiner, how to download and install RapidMiner. And also we have seen like what in RapidMiner, how we can get the inbuilt data and how to just get the external data and how we can import in two ways, in order to permanently work on it for future purposes, how to import, or temporarily how to import. And also we have started EDA. Before discussing that, we have to talk about business understanding and data understanding. Then we have to talk about data preparation. Within that, we have seen the first movement business decision and second movement, which we can't, it is no need for us in order to calculate individually all these things in RapidMiner Studio. So just one thing, that is extract aggregates operator, we can use it and get all the data of all the business movements in one go. So this is about the business movements. So we'll talk about the remaining things left out in tomorrow's session at the exact same time. I hope this session is useful for you. Thank you so much.